Hello everyone and welcome to the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A with me, Iron Warrior Cosplay, and I am joined today by a genuine legend. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Iron Warrior Cosplay live stream, Corax. How you doing? CORAXION Cosplay, Corax, my guy. Also wearing the merch, everyone so far who has attended the streams. So we've done 2 episodes. This is episode 2, and we have more merch here. Chris, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the 100, man. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna give you some love there. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Chris, greetings, my friend. Welcome. Thank you for the 100 knock. Thank you, the knock. I love 100 knock. I have no idea how much 100 knock is. But anyway, thank you so much. Connie Smith! Hello, Connie. How are you doing? Pastel Queer and Ranger of Krieg are my moderators for tonight. So if you guys have any questions you would like to ask Corax, please just type question, type your question out. My mods will pick it up. They will pop it over here onto my phone, and then I will jump those in as we're going. So if you want to get your questions in nice and early, you can now, and you can do it like that. So, Apostle, about £7.40. I wasn't actually. You don't have to convert. I don't mind. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. Thank you so much. Also, can we also give a huge shout out and a welcome to the Pengler, who has just become a member of the Cannon Fodder community. Thank you so much. Welcome, the Pengler. Thomas Shaw, otherwise known as Pansexual Chef. Welcome. Thank you so much. 6 Musings is here. There you go. Greetings. I love it. My TTS has a Welsh accent because why the fuck wouldn't it? But seriously, thank you so much for everyone for being here. We are at 12 viewers currently. That's absolutely awesome. So welcome. Now, we do have the legendary Corax with us today, and we are going to be doing questions as always. But can I ask, how's the drive down? Because everyone who has to drive down to Wales drives quite far.
I mean, our drive was pretty good because I didn't drive.
You didn't drive?
No, I got my wife to drive, and then I drive back.
Oh, there you go. Also, say hello, wife. There you go. Wife is here. Wife is in background. Right, wife. Oh, no! I forgot! I literally told Corax, I've got some sound clips I need to add to the stream deck before I go on stream tonight. And I haven't put them on, and I'm so annoyed. And I said last stream when the guys were here, because that joke came up. Right, wife. Life good. Oh, man. Right, that's it. End of this stream, I'm going to put those sound clips on individually and the full one onto my stream deck. I can't believe it. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Amy has been quoting that to me all week. I love it. My wife! Sorry, had to. I love it. Wife is being silent in the corner. Yes, she is. She's just in the corner. She's there. But don't worry, Corax is driving home. They have a special driving pillow that they can sleep on. Not while driving. The person driving drives without the pillow. You know.
It's about 5.5 hours. It'll be all right.
5.5. I love Connie Smith saying, think about wife.
I'm concerned now that Connie's going to ask interesting questions.
Well, yeah, but remember, Connie, if you have any questions, please type question and then your question next to it, and they will be thrown up onto my phone here by my moderators, and then I'll jump them in as we go. But you're telling me quite a far drive, and obviously good thing that you had a wife to drive for you.
Yeah.
That's always very, very handy.
Split driving.
But what do you think of Wales? You've come all the way to Wales, 20 mile an hour speed
lovely.
limits. And
however, it's very wet.
They came down on the one day. It's been pissing it down. I say the one day. It's been pissing it down for ages.
On the East Coast, it's lovely and sunny. It was beautiful as we left, and then we come over here and it's constant drizzle. My favourite thing that you said when you guys came in here was when you spent about 5 minutes in the workshop, and I think your wife said, she went, I can see why you dress up in layers and like a scarf and a hat and stuff on your head. It's like, yes, indeed, it is cold, and that's why I'm laid up again today. So I have extra insulation.
We both have. Just gotta have. Us Space Marines gotta have extra insulation. You know what it's like. But seriously though, let's get some tunes going. Let's get Rogue Hobbies going. There you go. We got some Rogue Hobbies going here. I'm actually, believe it or not, going to turn these just down just a smidgen. There we go. We already have a few questions coming in on chat, but I might as well start off with the questions for you. I know I've asked you like how was the drive down and stuff like that, but the first question I got to ask you, and it's the first question I ask everybody who comes onto my streams, is how long have you been cosplaying?
I've been cosplaying since 2019.
So you're not that long then.
No, not really.
So what did you start off doing if you did your?
So I did a commissar that I bought pretty much. I bought the I think it was Muster brand official Games Workshop license coat.
Oh, that's quite cool. Quite rare now, probably.
I really liked it. I thought I'd won it on a raffle at Warhammer World because the guy read up my ticket number and then paused for a very long time until I went and shouted and then read another number.
Oh, bugger.
Which someone who is now married to me laughed very hard about. So I just went and bought it instead.
Fair.
And I made this commissar outfit. It was great. And then I decided I wanted to do more.
Yeah, it's always that. Once you get bitten by that, it's that's what happens.
Yeah.
It like I did like I've said a million times before. Marcus Belden Smith, he got me into steampunk, and I walked into Cardiff Film and Comic Con and saw all the different cosplays and went, well, shit. It's just like, that's it. That's the start of it. You know, that's how it's gonna go. But no, that's so you jumped into Warhammer immediately. Then it was Warhammer from start until now. But obviously, you have gone into some slightly different. Would you like to show the boys and girls?
I now have.
Do you want me to grab your monster? Just think. There you go.
I'll stick that out of the way. So I have a second Beaky Boy.
There's another Beaky Boy.
And then he also does.
I love this bit.
Pulls the jaw off.
Oh, don't worry. If it clips on, it clips on.
That's all right. I'll pull him off. But the jaw does come off, and he does speak.
The jaw is elasticated to your jaw, isn't it?
Yes.
That is.
So when
awesome.
I put it on, it does talk with me. But yeah.
I loved it when you stood there and you went hi, and it went hi, and I was like, what? Yeah. It's pretty awesome, seriously, and that is incredibly smooth and stunning. And you're telling me that is fully 3D printed?
That is 3D printed. So if I don't know if the stream will be able to see, but if I do that, you can see underside it is not finished because
but no one sees it, so there's no point. So there's always like when people say like make sure you use contact cement for forward-facing seams and hot glue on the inside, it doesn't matter.
So
it's like that meme of Homer when he's like really buff and well, not buff, but he's really attractive and Marge is there, and behind him is all the clips holding his. It's so, and it's the same with cosplay. It's like
wait till we get to this.
Oh my god! Don't you with the Iron Warrior? People have come over when I've had the suit like going on the stand, and they look inside the trousers. I'm like, please don't look. It's not pretty.
It's not nice in there.
It's not pretty at all. Do you want to pop the jaw back on, and I will chat a little bit?
It's off the camera anyway. So.
Got bitten by the bug. Build bug. Yeah, true. Well, yeah. Also, Connie, you are working on something new right now, if I'm right in saying, are you? Yeah, I couldn't get the sadness. Where are we? So, oh my god, there's so many. He immediately bought it. Yeah, like instantly. Also, the J Expo's here. How you doing, the J Expo? Hello.
Hey, J Expo.
Welcome. But no, so you're saying that since you've started cosplaying, you've done in Warhammer immediately. You've gone on to other things.
Yeah,
obviously.
So obviously this is a Tokiyami from My Hero Academia because I work with a lovely lady that runs an anime stall. So I had to do an anime cosplay and did not intend to do another Raven-based cosplay. And I built it and then realised I've done it again, haven't I?
You literally have. I just realised you have actually done it again.
I've gone through all this time building this, not realising that I'm just doing another Raven.
Quite another Beaky.
So, hey, I seem to have a theme.
You really do. I thought you were going to say My Hero Macarena. Hey, Macarena. No,
I can do that.
But I absolutely love it. But not only that, you do have your OG helmet here, which is slightly off camera because it needs to be, because it's not as nice as these two.
Well,
but if you wanna,
yeah. So when I started cosplaying back in 2019, and I was in between jobs, so I didn't have anything to do. So I decided to be productive and build a Space Marine. Never having built a cosplay properly in my life, and never having worked with EVA foam before.
Because
why not? And then
I love it.
This came out of it, and he may look reasonable from afar, but he is far from reasonable.
6 foot room. 6 foot room.
Yeah.
Are those like plumbing heating pipes?
No, my father does brake lines and hoses.
Oh, they're brake
so
lines and
it's
like
braided hose.
Oh,
without
that's
the hose in
cool.
it, because that's what I had. And that's
brake lines without the hose.
Yeah. So,
I love that.
So that is the OG, like.
And there are pictures of you on your Instagram. My mods are linking your Instagram in the chat
Yes.
periodically, by the way. But there are pictures of you wearing that, if I'm right.
Yes,
in
so
saying.
I wore, I think it was October 2019 was the first outing of the Space Marine with that helmet.
Was that in... Yeah.
That was the only time. Yeah, I actually,
That was...
I went through the crowd zigzags with
Oh,
the
right.
armor.
Yeah, in terms of going through crowds, I feel you.
That was, I had several people holding bits, and I had like the chest, and some lovely people did decide to open up a gap for me so I could get through.
That's very nice.
Yeah, that was very crude start, and then we got better.
What I love about it is having another Space Marine on stream. When I go like, oh, you know, do you have this problem? And you're just like, oh my god, I have this problem, and I'm just like, and it's so. It makes me feel so damn good because it's like
just you.
It's not just me. It's so good. But no, seriously, your work has just drastically like improved over the years. You can obviously, like you were saying, you were showing me that helmet and this helmet, and then your 3D printed helmet, and like you were showing me, like you've done on your Instagram, for example, your before and after of your Space Marine, like when it was just nice and black and like nice and clean, and now you've sort of weathered it and battle damaged it, and you've added it, and Thompson's 10-year roof sealed it.
It's a game changer.
It is a game changer, and yet not sponsored. Please, Thompson's Roof Sealer, for God's sake. It's about time. Jesus Christ.
Do you know how much Thompson's it has taken me to cover this suit multiple times?
It took me half a tin to do the Iron Warrior twice, and then I did the rest of my props and stuff. One tin lasted me 3 years, and then I bought another tin. That finished recently, believe it or not. And then see that tiny tin over by that monitor? I forgot I had it because Steph bought it for me as a gag. And I was like, I've run out of roof sealer. I know where I've got roof sealer. It was so funny. But how many coats
I've
have
gone
you
through 2 of the big tins
to do just
on mine, because I
so
use
most
it
of the weight
for,
of your suit is roof sealer.
The since I refinished it, the backpack has doubled in weight.
Good lord.
It's but it gives such a good finish.
It really does.
And it hides some of the imperfections.
Oh, doesn't it just? And if you scoop some of it instead of dipping your paper, if you scoop some of it, you can like dab it on and then use like a roller, and it gets rid of it. Hides so many crimes.
I didn't use a roller though.
Oh, that's you can use a brush.
I used a kitchen sponge.
Kitchen sponge also works.
As in the kitchen sponge from the kitchen.
Can you imagine washing your dishes the next day and there's this hard block of roof sealing? You're like, the hell? How do you? What is
I
this?
didn't put it back at least. I just did nick the ones out of the kitchen and then got told off by said wife.
I love it. Also, Cabe joins us. How you doing, Cabe? Welcome. Jennifer, welcome. Ranger of Krieg is here. By the way, Dobrik, I found some Thompson Rusi in the back garden shed that we used to had to empty. Oh my god, I love that. Sponge supremacy. Sponge supremacy. Sponge supremacy. We need to make posters, t-shirts. Need to start a group. No. But I genuinely can't get over the fact that you're here. When I had the lads here the other day, it just blew my mind having you here, and I've got more guests coming. I'm really, really excited. But I'm going to take a question from chat, since there are so many. By the way, there are so many. I'm gonna not skip, but I'm gonna leave my questions for a second. So, Thomas Shaw question: why not Chaos Space Marine?
Do I even have to answer that?
Yes, absolutely, because Chaos is far superior.
Don't know.
Them's fighting words.
I've got this. No, basically, it was the Legion I played on tabletop.
Yeah,
and I started because I was an edgelord as younger. I wouldn't say like young because I didn't have Warhammer money when I was young. I had to wait until I was working till I had Warhammer money.
Who has Warhammer money now?
So I got into Heresy, and Legions was Raven Guard. I like sneaky and snipey, and so
still got your army?
I still have my army.
Oh, nice.
We actually have, although don't play anymore, myself and my wife have his and hers army cabinets in our little games den with her salamanders and my Raven Guard.
Oh, I like that.
as a little bit of a nod, because I actually met my wife through Warhammer, effectively.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Also, can I just shout out to my mods for a second? Thank you so much for putting all the questions individually, like separately in the Discord. That way I can react to them after I've asked them so I don't get lost. I really appreciate that. I have another one for you from Hazard Four Eyes, long-time viewer. Really, really appreciate you being here. How long will it take you to put the sounds on? We can wait. The Space Marine sounds, I'm guessing. I'm guessing Hazard Four Eyes, I'm guessing at least.
I looked for that because there's, I think it's like a Mega Stomp box.
It's called a Mega Stomp Panic or a Mega Stomp Battle, and I have one on my
I had to look for them, and I cannot find one.
They are like hens. They're like unicorn shit.
Yeah, I've been looking for them, and I have not found a reasonable one at the moment that's been in the UK. I found bits for one in the States, but that wasn't even a complete unit.
See, I have a friend of mine who managed to get one from a friend of his, and he just gave it to him, and he didn't know what he had. Oh. But he wasn't a cosplayer or anything. He's just like, I've got this kid's toy, whatever. And he's like, he didn't know what he had, and he put batteries in it, and it worked. So that's always like a massive bonus. Oh, right. Sorry, you meant the sounds in stream. Unfortunately, I don't think that the integration between YouTube and those sounds, I don't think works. But also with season 5, when it comes to Q&A streams or whatever, I try and limit like interruptions and stuff with the sound clips and stuff like that. During normal streams, maybe we'll see. I might turn them back on by then, and we'll see how it goes. Because I used to have, you could pay bits on Twitch, but I don't know how it would integrate to YouTube.
Hazard Four Eyes asking that, was it?
Hazard Four Eyes,
of course it is.
The Ghostbusters man, like the Ghostbusters man. But it's not only that; it's just bits on Twitch, fair enough, and it's all utilized through Twitch. But I don't know how it works through YouTube. Yeah. So it's always a bit of a hit and miss with YouTube, because, like I said, YouTube is all well and good, but I am struggling a little bit because obviously a lot of the stuff that I really, really enjoyed from Twitch, I haven't been able to move over because not used to. It's not used to it, unfortunately, because YouTube doesn't do that kind of thing. But we'll work on it. But I will jump back to one of the questions that I have for you here. I've got a few more questions in Discord as well. Thanks so much to my mods, by the way, and everyone asking questions. Keep them coming. Is cosplay something you see yourself doing in 10 years' time?
I hope so. Really do.
Do you think you'll go bigger and better and madder, or do you think you'll like sort of go away from Warhammer a little bit and go to something a bit more niche?
I'm still trying to figure that out. Yeah. It's something where I want to do big costumes. Big costumes are where I'm at.
Big cosplays are the best.
I have the thing where I need to hide myself. That is just how I feel with my own personality.
Okay. I didn't know that.
For a very long time, I wouldn't have pictures without the helmet on.
In your Space Marine, then? Yep. That's interesting.
Because I didn't want myself in the picture.
I want my work. You really have come out of your shell, then, because you stomp around without your helmet so confidently now, with your flowing locks and your sweaty brow, and you walk around like, hey, look at me.
It was partly because I was overheating massively and I couldn't see. But it led to a slightly more confidence because out of necessity.
Yeah, I feel you there.
But no, I had to have, and I still do to an extent, like Tokiyami. The reason I was able to do this is because it is a fully enclosed helmet, and the bottom half is a fully
just the big robe, isn't it? Yeah. It's that big cloaky robe thing.
It hides me entirely, and that's where I'm at with cosplaying still, because that is my own view on myself.
Do you know that's something new I've learned about you? I didn't know that. I didn't know that's how you felt, and that's how you. But I'm glad you're slowly, like, because I mean, obviously, Takayama, I know the helmet's fully enclosed, but it's different from wearing a whole suit of power armor. So you're slowly. It seems like you're slowly progressing to just not giving a damn.
We're getting there.
Because everyone loves you in chat. Look, there's 14 people here watching. Everyone's come to see you. The Pengler, how you doing, Pengler? Welcome, Pengler. I haven't seen you say hey yet, so hey. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the Cannon Fodder community. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Really, really do. Your links are in chat, by the way. My moderators are spamming them away.
Thank you very much, Ranger of Krieg.
Yes, he's a legend. So is Finn. I got Finn in chat as well, or Small Possum Boy.
I haven't seen Harry for ages.
Do you know what? Neither have I. and it's getting to that point where we've messaged each other, we've called each other, especially when I was unwell. When I was unwell, Harry was like, "My mother is ready to drive me to hospital to see you immediately." You know, that's my boy, and I love him to bits. I still have his Christmas presents in my house because we didn't get to see each other, and he sent me mine, but I can't send him his because I've got a bunch of stuff for him, and he'll understand when he sees.
Hopefully soon.
But soon it'll be April because we're going to a con together. Yeah. So April, there'll be a con coming up, and I'm really, really excited for it. But sorry, continue. You're saying with your newest cosplay, obviously it's just a robe or a cape or whatever you want to call it. And
so going forward, I intend on making larger cosplays. And I have an interesting cosplay in the works that you have seen, but it's not ready for public consumption yet.
It's not ready for public consumption, but it's ready, and his OnlyFans is just about set up.
But having done that project, there's also a couple of... Because I recently got into Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss.
You did. I saw your post.
And Husk from the new series is particularly good. The design of that character is fantastic, so I'm tempted to make something like that.
I've watched 1 or 2 episodes of Has Been. I think episode 1 and 2 and 3. I think actually. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. No. It wasn't it for me personally. It just wasn't quite for me. I like Bob's Burgers, Archer. I did kind of enjoy, but I still kind of I have to be in the mood to watch it. Is what's the puberty one with all the puberty monsters? Big Mouth, like Big Mouth, and then there's like the new one they've done, which is like the Office one.
Oh, yeah,
it's like Big Mouth, but it's like a different one. Human Resources or something. But yeah, like I have to be in the mood for it. You know? But. No, I can see. So, are we looking forward to a cosplay from that at some point?
Hopefully.
You heard it here first, exclusively on the Hour Cosplay live.
I really do enjoy Hell of a Boss more, but cosplay...
you do prefer Hell of a Boss?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably because there's less singing.
Okay. Are you not a musical kind of guy?
Has Been Hotel was musical to the extent of being a bit overly musical for me.
Okay.
Which is why I preferred Hell of a Boss. But as I say, Husk, it's the character and the voice actor in particular that plays him is fantastic. So I might give that a go.
So Corax, not a musically kind of guy? You're not into music?
I am.
Like a lot of music?
Just not loads.
Not a lot.
The Buffy musical is still there, but go throwback to whoever's old enough to remember that.
I can't. That episode where they just... I remember sat there watching it just going, what? I didn't know what was going on. I was sat there watching it going, what's happening? Why is this happening? Am I missing something? So I was like looking things up, being like, why? What's going on? Is there something wrong? Like it really confused me. It bothered me a little bit. But then obviously the episode finishes and you realise what's going on. It's like, okay, fair enough. But I was just like, hey, that was confusing.
Yeah, proper Friday night TV, that. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I loved watching that. And that, like, themes you can't skip. Like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Simpsons, Gravity Falls. You cannot skip Gravity Falls. But the Bill one is one of my favorite ones. You know, when it all turns upside down. Oh my god, I love that one so much. We have a question from Chris here. Chris, a very much very very loyal member of the Cannon Fodder community and of the stream. He's been here himself. How long did it take you to make the suit from start to quote-unquote finish? Because Chris, as somebody who is an Iron Warrior Space Marine, has his cosplay, understands that it is never finished. Yeah. So how long did that take you?
So this version with Old Faithful,
Old Faithful, love it,
which I used once, that took me 2 months.
Oh, that's not bad.
That was 2 months. I was off work. I was in between jobs. So I literally did a full-time job building a Space Marine. Let's say first time I'd ever worked with foam. So it was a little bit trial and error.
Is that like start to finish then? Like you wake up, have breakfast, 9 o'clock, you go out, work on the Space Marine, 5 o'clock, clock off, go in, food.
Pretty much.
Fair enough. Yeah, I feel you. I remember it myself.
So
well.
that was literally 2 months of that in 2019, and then it's just been improving ever since. But I will say, sort of, COVID hit hard, and I didn't do any cosplay stuff through COVID. And then it was probably what were you? We're 2024 now. It's 23. End of 2022, I started working on this again for my local convention, and made it a bit better.
Yeah.
And then 2023 hit, and I started working with Leanne and doing conventions everywhere.
Yeah.
And it just exploded. Like, 2023 is when I properly started cosplaying for me.
So that's when you fully geared up, put it into high gear.
Last year is when I was like, oh, I best create an account because I keep on getting asked, have I got an Instagram?
Of course.
Like, what's an Instagram?
What's that, Sonny? I don't know.
So, yeah, 2023, I did 15 conventions in 1 year.
That's the way.
And this is what happened. It got better. And now it's to a state where I'm trying to think of how to improve it and actually what to do next. So then this appeared, and now Husk, essentially.
Husk, potentially. And obviously your next cosplay, which shall remain secret.
Until Insomnia, so you've got 2 weeks.
2 weeks? That's not too bad. If anyone else is going to Insomnia, keep an eye out for this legend. We have a question from Hazard Four Eyes. Yes, it is. He's asking, is that the Tokoyami mask from mask/helmet?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Do you want to hold up again, or is the jaw still? Is the jaw?
The jaw's off, but
the jaw's off. But there you go.
It still gives enough.
There you go. Do you want to pop it on? You absolutely. Do you want me to hold it? I'll hold it.
Well, if I.
You can pop this off. You don't have to have it. Yeah, you're welcome to just.
Because what I'll do is I will
there you go.
put the jaw on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. So he's going to put the jaw on as well and wait until you see it all working. It's so good. Thanks so much, Hazard Forest, for that question. By the way, can I just say, so many questions this stream. Thank you so much. My Discord's blowing up, and we have all the questions on my sheet as well. So we have a very nice long stream coming up ahead of us now. It's really awesome. I also want to just say a massive thank you to everyone who was here for last stream and everyone here for this stream, all 16 of you. Seriously, thank you so much. You genuinely don't know how much it means to me. Now that I'm back on YouTube and I'm back at full swing doing streams and stuff like that, doing these regular streams but having guests come along it's been really pushing me to get back into it, because I can't just cancel the stream because I got people coming down. So that's making me want to push harder and go for it. Just you wait, though, because very soon there will be more streams coming after Season 5, and I will be doing solo streams again, but with more cameras and bigger and better equipment. So you just watch out. So, hello. Hold on. Don't say anything. 2 seconds. Let me just get it right. Hello, Tokoyami. How are you doing?
I mean, if I bring...
Yeah, bring the microphone right up next to it. There you go.
We go. So, this is a fully working talk jaw, and I am perfectly fine, although I now cannot see anything.
You can't see it. Well, you can see out the side, I take it, but you can't see forward.
So I have a massive blind spot here.
Right in the middle. I like that. Not that you have a blind spot, but I like that that's how the helmet works, and for you to physically do it. So when you're walking around a con, are you constantly turning your head to one side?
Yes, so I keep on looking like a bird.
That's how birds tend to look, really, isn't it? They don't tend to... That's pretty awesome. I just love. Let me just open your jaw a sec. Okay, close it. No, okay. Taco bird. No, but can I just say that is awesome. That is genuinely awesome, especially the talking jaw.
Yeah, it catches people out because, especially, I got given a.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, no, good shout.
I got given a nice treat by a Dutch cosplayer, and I was wearing the mask, and it was like, well, how do I eat this? So I. In the mouth,
did you actually?
And then as I'm chewing, it's going.
I absolutely love it. He doesn't like to see. I just love this. I just love this. I can't tell you how much fun this is. I have worn a chicken suit before. Same problems. I pity you, mate. I love it. It is so awesome. Also, by the way, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've made this so that it's more intimate now because obviously I had so many people last time. I had to have the camera zoomed all the way out and I had to have like it open up and everything. But check this out. How cool is this? Like this is like more. It's more intimate. There's a gap between us because it's nice to be able like to hold things up and whatever. I didn't want to be right up shoulder to shoulder. It's also nice to have the sign here.
And I also have a lot of helmet on the table.
We also have a lot of helmet. I didn't bring mine down. I brought mine down with a few other bits and bobs to show people the gas masks and stuff. But I didn't manage it this time because I'm not gonna lie. I was setting up the stream and trying to get you guys here. But
I mean, we were just chatting as well.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. Every time people come down, I mean, you guys were here 3 hours before stream, and we have been talking for 3 hours. It's been so nice. But yeah, no, genuinely, keep the questions coming, guys. I am gonna just jump back over to my question sheet super quick. Just so we can carry on with the questions on the sheet, but also I'll get back to the ones in Discord. And if you guys have any, please ask them in chat. Type question, your question. My mods will pop that into the Discord. So if I had to ask you, do you prefer to cosplay as a solo, or do you prefer to cosplay in a group with people?
See, I love cosplaying in a group. However, unfortunately, I don't want to sound big-headed.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty big ass helmet.
Unfortunately, because of the size of my marine, and you probably get this as well.
Yeah.
You get stopped
all the time.
A lot.
Yeah.
And it's really nice, and I love it. But I feel bad for the people I'm with, especially if like we don't get group shots. That's like they just want a picture with the big thing.
They stop. They want the picture of the big thing.
Because a lot of people get pictures and they're like, "What are you though?" It's like they don't know what you are. They just know you're big.
Yeah.
And it's cool, but it's like I don't want to impose on other people because they're here to have fun as well. And I love being part of a group, but I don't want to ruin other people's day because of it.
I swear to you, with our group, by the way, you are obviously with our group like we always do, whatever. Don't ever feel like that. But I'll tell you this: with us, Ranger of Krieger, myself, that happened. I'd be walking along in the Iron Warrior. Harry's with me in Warhammer gear, in his Deathcore Commissar, and we're walking along, and people are stopping to get a photo with me, and Harry would move to the side.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, you go here! You stood right here. And they come out and Harry would stand next to me. And I'm like, every photo, getting every single photo. Because it does, like you said, it just makes you feel a bit horrible, doesn't it? It just makes you feel a bit shitty. It makes you feel like, oh man, like, god damn it, But no, with Ranger of Krieg and I now, it's Ranger of Krieg gets straight in, and every shot I'm like, get in here. Unless I'm doing a photo with somebody, someone comes up and they're in their cosplay and they want to do a funny photo together. Obviously, Harry will help me out to do the shot or something like that and whatever, and then we take a photo. But then we always get a photo afterwards of like all of us, and it's always nice to get as many people in. And it's I completely agree. I cannot agree more.
Something about cosplay is the community is just insane.
Oh
like,
yeah, you couldn't agree more.
You get some bits that can be negative, but overall, I've not seen that with the cosplay community, and what I've experienced so far has just been incredible. Like, meeting up with 40k guys at MCM, going and finding groups, and like the friends I've made through cosplay is just fantastic. Like, honestly, so good.
We had a lot of fun at MCM, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we kept missing each other one time.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Every time we'd walk by and I kept missing you all the time. But I have got a photo of me in my Deathcore Krieg with you as well.
Yes.
That was a good photo.
We have the one photo of me in my Marine before it was roof sealed, where I had the really shiny...
You had the shiny one, and it was Ranger of Krieg and I had my Iron Warrior, Ranger of Krieger. We were just stood around, and you happened to be walking up the thing, and we saw each other, and then we got a photo together. I remember that.
There's one photo of us when we were both in...
Two Space Marines missing each other. Like, I don't get me wrong, I know MCM's huge, but goddamn, like you'd think out of... like percentages and chances and like how everything works, you'd think we'd bump into each other more than once.
Yes, you'd hope so.
But it was absolutely beyond. We are getting questions like crazy, and I love it. You guys are fantastic. The people love you, man. They want to know everything. We'll go back to the Discord questions. The J Expo.
Uh-oh.
I've used it a few times now, and it seems pretty good. Do you thin down the roof sealer at all when you use it? I think we can both go for that one, but I think you go first.
Yeah,
it's your
absolutely
question.
not. Thick and fast. Just with what I do with it, it's just give it a good splat with roof sealer and then work it with a sponge. Like, it hides all the nice little mistakes.
You want it. I don't have the sound clip. God damn it. I thought I did. I thought I had the sound clip that goes thurk. You want it as thurk as possible. You just, out of the tin, smooth it on, dab it on if you want texture, use textured rollers, whatever. You can just brush off. When you put it on, one thick coat, roll it out so it gets all the brush marks and everything off. I leave it for 24 hours. I've always done it. I've always left it for 24 hours. That's how I've done it. I don't know, do you leave it for 24 hours? Do you leave it for like 8 hours?
It's better to leave it. However, I have been, because I'm really impatient.
Oh,
hence
no.
super glue.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that in a moment.
I have used a heat gun to cure it quicker. And you need to be really careful with that, because if it's particularly thick, you can cure the top layer, and then, yeah, that's a whole mess. But I would recommend leaving it for a day to cure properly, especially if you're going to try and sand it a little bit, or
100%.
Yeah. But you do want a good thick layer, especially if you're going to texture it, because you want the texture to take. And if you've not got a thick enough layer, it's not going to texture properly. And I just love how this textures. It comes out almost like a cast concrete-y style, and it is phenomenal.
I actually have here, hold on. The exact roller I use, and as you can see, it's black as night. It used to be that color. It used to be yellow. This is my Thompson's 10-year roof seal roller, and if you feel it, it's quite soft because I wash it so much. I wash it immediately after every other.
I've got an outdoor tap outside the workshop, and as soon as I'm finished doing that layout, I will go out to the tap,
rinse out and squeeze it.
It's water washable. Can't explain how good water washable is.
When I found out that you could just wash it with water, I was like, oh my god. I was so happy. But this stuff is it cures like rubber. For those of you who don't know, roof sealer, it comes in grey and black, and it will cure like rubber in 24 hours. We say 24 hours because we say 24 hours, but it cures like rubber, right? And when you've got foam, it means it's flexible. It means you can poke it and everything like that. But if you do one layer and like you sponge roller it and get it all smooth and everything, but then the next layer you just do like really thick amounts in random places, you can get incredible texture. You can get different, like, you can run your hand stuff over it. Now, exactly what Corax was saying, if you use a heat gun, I try not to, but if you use a heat gun, if it's thin, fair enough, it might start drying, fair enough. If you have like some thick layers, and you accidentally like heat gun it a bit too much, if you do the top layer, if it does warm up enough that it starts curing underneath it, it can create an air bubble. And if the air bubbles start happening and you try and sand those off, you then have just pot marks that you can't get rid of. So you have to then use like caulking to fill it in, let it dry, sand it, and then you have to try and... Then you might as well go down the 3D printing route if you're going to start like filling and sanding. But roof sealer is just... It's such good stuff.
I'm pretty sure it... Like, I haven't done any tests, but it adds reinforcement to the foam and makes it stronger.
It does.
Like... this stuff is so resilient, it's unreal.
It literally does. It's throwing my bolter and stuff down the thing or whatever, I was just like, how is it just... And I'm like, roof sealer, it just works. It just genuinely just does work. Roof sealer, motherfuckers! People are using the roof sealer emoji in the chat. I don't know if you can see, I love it. But yeah, thank you so much, J-Expo, for that one. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Apostle, Iron Warrior Con when? At some point, I promise you. I've just been quite unwell, and I'm not using that as an excuse, but I have been, and I very much haven't been focusing on anything. I haven't been focusing on that part, because I did say that Iron Fest might be happening.
Oh yeah.
And as much as I do want it to happen, I wanted it to happen next month. in my books and everything, it was meant to happen next month, and I was just like, well,
all in good time.
That ain't happening. Greg, Mr. Greg Bond, Greg Bond. Are they hard to get a hold of, and do I need to spin up an open source? Or do I need to spin up an open source one? Is that by any chance the Megastomp? Are you talking about the Megastomp? I'm not sure what you're on about there. Let me know, Cabe. I will get that question Two Corax. Let me. Yes. Oh, right. So yeah, no. So they used to be kids' toys.
Yeah.
Called Mega Stomp Panic, and there was another one called Mega Stomp Battle, which came with like a trigger.
Yeah.
They are incredibly hard to get a hold of. They are like unicorn shit. They're very hard to get a hold of. If you do get a hold of one, hold it on to dear life. The legend that was CORAXION Cosplay, the legend that he is, he gave me his, and I still can't believe it to this day. He gave me a Mega Stomp Battle, which came with the trigger.
No.
I couldn't believe it. Wired it up to a speaker. And it's so well. You've heard me walk around. It's just so loud, and especially at MCM, you can hear it. It's so good. But yeah, they are very difficult. But I'm sure you could probably find like robot walking noises or like stumpy noises or whatever.
I'm actually
and make an Arduino.
Intrigued because I'm pretty sure the wonderful CS Arlington has a soundboard for her Bastion.
Yes,
I don't know what
it plays
she
through a
uses.
phone. I think to a Bluetooth speaker. And it's just a long sound clip of random noises, then pauses in between. If I'm right, Connie, please correct me if I'm wrong. This is me trying to remember information that you guys told me at Exeter. So I'm trying to...
Connie is just the best.
Yeah, Connie is awesome. Sapphire! Hello, welcome Sapphire. How you doing? Thank you so much everyone for being here. We got 20 viewers. My guy. He was just telling me before stream, oh yeah, but you had more people last time. It's like, it doesn't matter, you're a fucking Space Marine, my guy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but I'm not in a Space Marine, I'm in me.
No, but you are the Space Marine. That's like that. I'm not gonna lie, I think that's why people like me. It's like, he is the Space Marine, but he's not in it right now, but he is the Space Marine.
It is very concerning when I'm walking around a con in just like normal clothes, and it's like, I know you. I was like, do you?
I got recognised in Carmarthen, which is my local town, which you guys drove through.
Nice.
I got recognised in a Farm Foods while I was buying stuff for my party, and I've mentioned this before. And, oh my god, you just stand there going, okay, you pack your stuff like, I don't know what to do. And it does terrify you. It does, like, out of the blue. When you're a con, it doesn't matter, because you're kind of...
Yeah.
You don't expect it. I'm not going to say you expect it, but you're there, and you're like, it could happen.
Yeah.
You're ready for it.
Yeah, because also people have seen you at other cons, and they can go to this con as well. It's,
each sound has a random time gap, so it's not just constant noises. I'm sorry, Connie. Is that because I have constant noises? I'm so sorry.
No, you are the constant noise.
I am the constant noise. It's not the Mega Stomp, it's just me in the suit going stompy. Like we did at MCM when I was walking behind you at my desk. I love that video. I love that video. We have a question from Six Musings. How do you hide all the necessary battery packs? Do you want to reveal the secrets?
Well,
the secrets.
So you see this lovely shiny outer, and then you look inside and go, oh dear, it's good. You can't really see it.
Well, you have a reducer in there, don't you, from a USB battery pack, which reduces it down to 9 volts?
Yeah, so I have in the back here, I don't know how much chat can see, but there is a power bank in here that is actually just in a foam. It's literally blocks of foam just cut to fit around it.
So handy, isn't it?
And then it runs to a voltage regulator, which is the other light you can see. And then it all just wires in through and around the helmet. My fan packs run off a power bank that I put in the pocket of my shorts.
You just put a power bank in your pocket while you're in the suit?
Yeah, and there's just a cable going to it.
Interesting.
And then I think the claw has another, it's basically just blocks of foam that fit around the power bank to just cushion it a little bit and squeeze it, and it just slides in.
See, people are using power banks and stuff. I love that. I use 9-volt batteries.
I use 9-volt batteries for this,
I love it.
but one battery wouldn't last a whole con for the LEDs that you've got in there. Yeah, I don't know if it's...
Oh, well, I run just the small LEDs. This is quite a lot of LEDs.
So I've got 12 LEDs running.
Oh, yeah, no, I have 2 in the backpack and 2 in the shoulder. Well, my one 9-volt battery will run 4 LEDs with me for months. And it just runs it.
So what I did is I already had a power bank in the back for running there's 2 blower fans, 3D printer fans that run for cooling and defogging.
How long do they last you?
Forever.
Oh, really?
The power bank in that lasts. I think it's like a 20,000 milliamp power bank.
So you're laughing. It's not a problem then.
Oh no, not at all.
Oh, okay.
So this has just run for ages. And as I say, I just run a voltage regulator, so the LEDs are on the right voltage and it doesn't pop them.
Just pop them out. Yeah, exactly. That's
So,
it.
but
That's why I'm happy with just like buying another battery. I might need to start doing power banks and
I think that
stuff at some point.
That regulator, a pack of 4, cost me like £4.
£1 each.
Yeah, it was
Jesus.
It's not a complex circuit.
Oh God, no, I understand that, but it's just I haven't done it.
It just means it all runs off that single power bank.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier.
And the power bank's the most expensive part, would you say? Yeah.
Yeah, but again, I think I paid £20 for a pair of them.
Oh, for 2? Oh, wow. So £10 each. Yeah. Jesus, that's man.
And
that's mint.
It's a lot.
It's important information. Make sure you guys remember this is important information.
And it's more eco-friendly.
And it's all right. I'm not gonna lie. We're using EVA foam. We're hardly fucking eco-friendly. Jesus, we drive around events to go and walk around cons. We're not the most eco-friendly people ever.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea. We have
definitely
questions coming out of the wazoo. I have questions on my sheet here. I can't even get to them because there's so many people. Okay, Apostle roleplay question. When you cosplay as Tokiyami, do you have a wide cosplay as the Shadow? I don't know. I don't know that question personally. Is it funny? Is it part of? I don't know.
So the Dark Shadow I want to do at some point. However, Tokiyami is meant to be my casual cosplay that I can literally all of the bits of it fit inside the head. And I can just put it on a seat and it goes. It's like I go from Space Marine, which takes a whole van to move, to Tokiyami, which fits on a seat. So I wanted to make it quite simple and yet good. So at the moment I don't have Dark Shadow. Eventually I kind of want to do, if you've watched it, the full Ragnarok mode, which is full Dark Shadow armor, which will be EVA foam, and then I'll be looking at a massive cosplay again. But we'll see.
With like you saying you need a van to take that and whatever like that. When I did my Deathcore of Krieg, when I discovered doing a human scale cosplay rather than ridiculously big cosplays, because I was like, oh, okay, this is a thing. Don't get me wrong, I knew that, but in Warhammer I didn't know. Fitting everything into a single suitcase and then having my obviously my lasgun over my shoulder, but fitting everything into a suitcase and just going, oh, so this is what it's like to just be normal, like a normal, regular, sort of good cosplayer that just walks around a con and just has clothes and suitcases.
Or can take public transport.
And stuff like that. It's just like, this is how it feels. Right. That's fair. Right. I've got more questions, but I'm going to cut back to my sheet because I'd love to ask some of these questions. What got you into cosplay? Now, you've explained that you started off cosplaying in your commissar.
Yeah.
But what kicked it off for you? What did you see or do or did someone give you that little get into cosplay? Get into cosplay.
See, an ex of mine from a way back used
to no, I'm joking.
used to do cosplay. So I knew about it, and basically there's a YouTuber. I used to play War of Warships. I got when I was in Saudi, I used to play competitive World of Warships.
Oh, I didn't get that into it.
I got proper into it, and there's a YouTuber called The Mighty Jingles, and he used to go to Comic-Cons. And he cosplayed as Gandalf and Judge Dredd, and I was like, that looks like fun. And then I decided to go to an MCM, and I started getting feeds from it, and then I saw a certain silver boy with a saxophone, and I was like, that's cool. I could do a Space Marine. But I did a commissar.
What? I'm not gonna lie, I'm really gutted. That's the first thing you saw of me.
The first thing I saw of you was the saxophone.
I do so much, so many, that's the first thing you saw? For fuck's sake, how can I be taken seriously in any way, shape, or form when the first thing you see of me is, oh, look at him, he's dancing with the saxophone.
Legit, the first thing I saw of you was that.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
So, yeah, that was how I got into cosplay. Was a Mighty Jingles, and an Iron Warrior with saxophone.
Did you ever think that? Oh, see that that random dude in the car park with the saxophone with the speaker in it? I'll be sat in his workshop at some point telling him that.
No.
In the world, so fucking weird. It's so weird. I love it. It makes me so happy. Wait, people take Dubrick seriously? Have they met him? Oh, thanks, Sapphire. Thanks. Bitch. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But no, so you saw all that and you thought, I could do Space Marine, and then because obviously you said you were unemployed at the time.
Yeah, I used to work Saudi Arabia, came back, trying to look for a job, and just needed something to do.
Need clarification on that. So you used to work Saudi Arabia.
I used to work in Saudi Arabia. I was out.
No. Well, in whatever. That's not what I meant. It's just like, but like. That is kind of crazy to me, like that you were just like in Saudi Arabia playing this warship game and then working there as well. Were you? Yeah. Was this also part of your job?
Yes.
That we shouldn't mention on stream.
I used to work on aeroplanes in Saudi.
Oh, okay. So. There you go. We can say that then. We can say that then. That's fine. That's fine. 2 words to Maracas video. God fucking damn it.
But yes, so I had plenty of time when I came back.
Yeah.
And it was COVID. Oh no, sorry, that was pre-COVID. And then,
I was going to say, were you allowed to come back when it was COVID?
No, I was very lucky. I got back just before. Lucky. I had friends who got stuck out there for over a year without being able to come back and see their families.
Bugger that.
It was horrendous. But anyway.
For a year?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I decided to do this. Yeah, and that happened.
That's so funny. I was just playing this warship game and just fixing planes out in Saudi Arabia, and then I came back and now I'm a Space Marine.
Literally.
I love it. What kind of planes? A lot of your job is quite secretive, isn't it? Because it's stuff you can't talk about.
Some of it, yeah.
The ones that go in the sky. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I used to work on Eurofighters.
Oh,
so Typhoons.
Which ones?
Like the Saudi ones.
No. Literally 4. So not like on a US base there.
No. It was I used to.
Obviously, they all have different bases everywhere.
Yeah,
like...
I used to work. I was a civilian working with the Saudi Air Force.
Oh, that's so cool. Because when I said like which one, I meant like were they like? Did they have like? Did the US have like planes out there, or were you just working privately for a company, or were you like? That's quite cool. That is quite cool. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie. Going like considering it's so cool. Like there was this guy who did a TikTok where he went around and he asked really awesome cosplayers. He's like, "So what's your day job?" And one guy was like, "I'm an accountant." Like an accountant, and they were just in full cosplay. And he was walking around. It's like, "Oh, I work as a well, in America they don't call them waitresses or waiters. It's server. I work as a server." And it's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Yeah, I work at McDonald's." It's full cosplay, like all this really cool armor and LED stuff. And you're just thinking like, wow, the talent.
It's talent. Quite ironic that my day job was an avionics engineer, so working with computers and wiring, and the thing that I am terrible at with cosplay is lighting and LEDs and wiring, because it's so far apart.
That's like, so funny.
Yeah,
that's actually quite good. I like that. I love that you've told us that.
I love working with my hands and doing like carving. Oh,
don't worry, it was the workshop door closing.
And so yeah, and
I'm used to it. Other people aren't.
Is the actual like working my hands and doing the crafting part of it. The electrics part of it, no.
Oh, that's madness. I love that. I love that that's something you like. But like you can still do it, obviously, because you're doing it. But I love that it's like, gotta do bloody electronics.
I learned how to do that in basic, like, over 10 years ago.
That's so cool.
I actually had to look at Kamui Cosplay's LED lighting book.
I have that.
So good.
It really is.
And not to overtake, but the way she explains things in those books and the way that Benny does it as well, it's so easy to understand and funny. Like, I really enjoy reading them just as an interest.
Well, I have did you have the actual book, like the magazine? Yeah, so did I. And I went through that. I was just there, like, and it goes from like the most basic, simple things to like quite like difficult stuff. We have to start programming different things. Yeah. But they have really cool sources where you can just copy and paste their code.
Oh yeah,
and that's
it's so useful.
Having the ability to be able to just copy paste is the best because for people who have no idea, it's like I don't know how to do it.
Even if you have some idea, I like having it as a reference just to make sure that I've got it right in my own head. because it's so easy to just make that little mistake and then you've popped all the LEDs.
Yeah, I get that.
I miscounted and I put 3 LEDs in because I'm not using resistors to match.
Oh, are you not?
Because lazy.
I've put resistors on every one of my LEDs.
No, I just matched the amount of LEDs to the voltage, which is why there's 4 instead of 3.
Oh, right.
So I just added LEDs until it was right.
Okay, I mean, that's one way of doing it, I guess. Like, that's fair.
I just decided, well, why put a resistor in when I can put another light in that will do the same thing but give me light?
That's one way of thinking about it. I never thought about it like that. I just had resistors. There.
Well, that's why there's 4 LEDs in this. There does not need to be 4 LEDs.
4 in it. I did wonder how, like, it's quite bright and everything.
It's really bright because there's 4 in there.
That's mental. I love that. Right. I have a question here from Chris in chat. Chris again. Thanks so much. Where did you get the lenses for your Marine?
See, I get this question a lot. It is a Raver visor from Amazon.
Those are really cool. The ones you put a little LED battery in it, and the LED like shines on the thing.
It runs off button cells, but they are terrible.
Yeah, button cells are terrible.
So what I did is basically, and I don't know if you can see much, but you should be able to see.
It's pretty
At the top of the visor are 4 LEDs that shine down into it, much like the button cells do from the sides. But it just lights it up much better.
So what was that called?
So it was a Rave visor.
A rave, like rave as in like rave visor, and they're on Amazon.
Yeah,
correct.
Not expensive, and the writing and everything matches up really well to the lenses. Like the targeting reticule looks like it should be in the right place.
Good.
It worked incredibly well.
I do like how it. Is there one on the other side? Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, weapons online. Oh, yeah, that's very cool.
And it's
got really cool writing and stuff on it. Yeah. That's very, very cool. Very awesome. Well, thank you so much for Chris. Now then. Oh, here we go. Right. Okay, I have to get this name right. God. Mr. Double Indemnity.
Nice.
See? Buckhead, shit heart. You watch me get the question completely wrong now. Question for Corax related to the issues of limited vision. Cool. How hard is it to see out of the Space Marine helmet? I always worried about not being able to see when I'm stomping around.
Right, so it's the one thing that I particularly went slightly out of scale with my Marine is the eye slits. I extended them down a bit. So I have them a little bit
bigger.
Not by much, but by enough, because actually I have really good vision in it, as long as you're not right in front and below me.
Yeah, it's identical to the armor.
The beak gets in the way.
Well, even though I've got the slits in the grill, the chest is there, and I can't see anything.
I've got relatively decent peripheral vision, but as I say, the one bit I can't see is right at my feet.
Yeah,
and that's where you really need the spotter to make sure you don't kick an errant child.
Shout out to spotters. Shout out to all the Harrys in the world. Shout out to all the Harrys in the world. Thank you so much for being
Mr.
legends.
Titan, if he's here.
And Mr. Titan.
Literally saved my life.
Yes, by the way, Mr. Titan. I got told a story today that Mr. Corax here was walking along and one of the floor plates where the plugs are gave way, and Corax said himself that he was about to go. He was about to fall when Mr. Titan went towards him and pushed him back up.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Mr. Titan, my armor would be ruined and me inside it.
So, can we get claps in chat for Mr. Titan for rescuing... No, you can clap. You can actually clap. For rescuing a Space Marine in distress who was going to fall down. You guys use the little heart emojis things and send the little party things like they're doing now. Send all the party things. Yeah, it is awesome. Well done, Mr. Titan.
Yeah, that was a scary moment. It's the only time I've really thought I am definitely going over in this. And he was there to step in and stop me.
Good man. Good man.
I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
Rammed him up. Ram him. Good. Bugger my arm up doing it, lol. Fair enough. But we appreciate you. Ranger of Krieger's thrown a YouTube clip up into chat. I clipped. They've clipped something, the bastards.
Uh-oh.
Are they gonna? Right. By the way, remember, if you clip something, you guys put it in the YouTube clip section of the Discord, because oh god, it's already there.
I mean, we haven't done anything innuendo bingo yet. So.
No, they haven't. But they always clip something, and I never know what it is. Rave visor. Oh no.
Oh, dancing.
Oh no.
Did someone do a jig?
Did I dance? Oh, for God's sake. You bastards. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you guys, by the way, clipping is still a thing. If you guys are clipping, clip away. Clip away. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Bloody hell. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But right, back to more questions.
I did see something on chat. Not meant to be reading chat. But I do love Luke too. He is one of my favourites.
He loves you guys. I love you too, Luke. I love you, Luke. So I need to ask you, there's two questions in it. Goes one after the other, which is, what is your favourite part of cosplay? When you get your cosplay, you go to a Comic-Con, what is your favourite part of cosplay?
It has to be now just seeing everyone. Like,
is that because of COVID or?
No, it's just I've met so many amazing people, such as Connie and Luke,
hey!
and this wonderful man here. It's just meeting up with them because we live so far apart.
Oh God,
and
yeah,
yet
we do.
We can meet up at a convention and continue a conversation as if it was yesterday. Like,
it's the maddest thing. Going to a con and then seeing you guys and then just chatting to you like it was just like, oh yeah, I just saw you like a couple of days ago. Don't worry about it. Just chatting, whatever. It's so nice. Although those people I haven't seen for like 2 years. If I see them again, obviously it's a bit different. You run up to them, you grab them and hug them and everything. But obviously, if I saw you at last MCM in October and then it's May, it's like, oh, I haven't seen you since like MCM. And it's really nice and everything. But holy crap, I tell you, sometimes I go to a con. The first con I went back to after COVID, it was emotion.
Yeah.
It was proper emotion. Did you, when you went back to your first con, did it feel weird?
Yeah.
Were you like, should I be out with all these people?
Yeah, because I think it was actually MCM, and it was like, it felt odd. It was quite dead because they didn't have like the same amount of traders back, and it was like it's still recovering, so it was very awkward. But yeah, nowadays it's incredible. I mean, MCM Birmingham at the end of last year, I've never known a con like it for like so many of the people I know to be at the same event.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. I literally didn't have time to see everyone that was there that I wanted to see because I was running around and just seeing people at every corner. And it was nuts.
It blew my mind. I couldn't believe going back to it. It's like, finally we're allowed back outside. Seeing clips and old posts and stuff from during COVID and being like, there was a video from a news segment that I saw on Facebook. Someone had shared it, being like, God, can you remember this 4 years ago? And it was people queuing outside Morrison's in Carmarthen, my local town. And there's people queuing outside along the barriers with a gap between everyone. People going in, shopping, coming out, and everyone wearing masks and like stuff like that. And I was just like, 4 years.
Yeah.
It's like
nuts.
Like it's horrific. It's absolutely horrific.
During that time, I was unemployed. And I was just isolating myself. I was at home, not doing anything. It was really bad for me. And then getting back into cons actually got me back out and doing things. It really was helpful.
Something you needed.
Yeah.
Well, don't get me wrong. I was working, but I was working in a cinema.
Yeah. During
fucking COVID. Like, just... Why would you leave a cinema open during... Just give us furlough. But no. They had to leave it. It was open. It was like, okay. And we were doing COVID passports.
Yeah.
And going into work and being like, hey, let's put on my lanyard, put on my hat, go over to the door, wear my coat and scarf stuff because it was obviously cold at the time, with the doors open, sit there on this stool with a table and a scanner, and argue with people the entire night. And it just grinds you down when... And do you know the thing that got me the most is it wasn't so much people were angry about it, it was stupidity. And I'm not one of those people like, oh, I'm very intelligent, this and that and the other. I've done some stupid things in my time. But people coming up with COVID tests that they've just done in a little baggie being like, is that enough? No, it isn't. Go home. Like, or people coming up with like they've just I'm gonna go down and get a COVID test, and then can you scan it? And I'm like, no, the QR code on there is not what I want. You need a COVID pass. So we made posters. I said, can you make posters, the QR code, and you scan it? It takes you straight to the website to make your COVID passport. And then these people would start. They'd be like, oh, okay, no worries, and they'd take screenshot it and send it to all their friends. And then they'd all try to get in. But once you've scanned the first one, and it comes up with the full name and everything, you scan again, same name, you'd go out, all of it. You'd scan the rest of it. Yep, all the same name. Leave. I can't. And it's just, and it made me so mad. Ooh,
time is scary.
Thank you so much, Hazard 4 Eyes. Thank you so much. Time is scary. Yes, it is. So long ago. COVID time was weird. But yeah, it was just, it was such a, but then I was here and I had my birthday here, just me by myself, but I had amazing friends who made a Discord call for me, and I will never, ever forget that. I will never forget that. Harry was like, oh, I should jump on a call. I was like, yeah, sure, no, jump on a call. Everybody's there. And I'm like, and I get all, I'm like, it's just, yeah, you know me, I get all the emotion.
Yeah, you don't get emotional at all, do you?
No, I don't get emotional at all. I'm not a man who's happy to show his emotions. I'm hard. I'm hard. No. We have another question for you, Apostle. Thank you so much, Apostle. Question: dream prop? Question mark. Ooh. Either marine size or smaller, your choice. Your dream prop, either Space Marine size or smaller, your choice.
See, don't know if it classes a prop or whether it classes full cosplay.
Well, if you wear, I'm gonna say if you wear it on your person, it's a cosplay. If it's like Ash's chainsaw from like Evil Dead or something, then I would say it's a prop because it's a weapon. So I'm gonna say more like if you have to wear it, it's
it would probably be CORAX's full-on jump pack, the wings.
Oh, the wings that go on it. So
the full-on. Like,
so the okay. You wouldn't be able to fit in any con.
No, that's why I can't.
The scale of this boy.
He's on the limit.
He is quite on the limit. Isn't he?
He is literally on the limit for the height restriction for pretty much every con.
That's quite
the only
funny.
way you can go bigger is if you get invited, and then they have slightly different restrictions.
Oh, fair.
Which is why some of the guests can have larger wings. Shout out to Shadowbright.
Oh, yeah, Shadowbright.
She told me this one. Celestine wings are larger than is usually allowed because it's for guesting. You're allowed slightly larger cosplays.
You get some perks.
But yeah, the CORAX jump pack would be phenomenal. I'd love to do a full CORAX.
Be so
but you'd have
big.
to be so big. Like the other one, as in cosplay wise, I'd love to do a Contemptor Dreadnought.
As a cosplay?
Yeah.
How would you walk around it? Because the legs are like outwards.
Yeah.
How would you do the legs?
Well, Contemptor style, not the...
No, but I mean like the legs are still... How would you do the legs?
I don't know.
Okay.
This is the one where I'd like to do it, but again, the problem with me is I want to do it 1-to-1.
Ah, bugger. Right, that would be... Well, that would be colossal. That would be... You'd have to make that a display more than a cosplay.
Yeah, it'd be 50.
Because there'd be physical human boundaries that you wouldn't be able to physically move. That.
So that...
That's fair. That's fair. But no, I mean, don't get me wrong, jump pack, CORAX jump pack like that would be incredible.
Yeah.
You could always make a smaller version of it, I guess.
It is one of the plans for my Marine is I do have him marked up as an Assault Marine.
Oh,
I do want a jump pack. And there was plans to have wings on the jump pack, as in like Dark Fury style.
Yeah.
However, again, I think due to most con restrictions, I wouldn't be able to use them. So I think I'd have to do a normal bog standard jump pack.
A full-size dreadnought is just a vehicle. That is true. 3 raccoons in a trench coat. Yes, that's what my Iron Warrior is. We have a question here from Six Musings. Is Mark 6 your favorite power armor?
I mean, that is yes.
Yeah, 100%. You wouldn't go? Would you go any other mark or?
If I was doing something other than Raven Guard, then perhaps. But Raven Guard is Mark 6 all the way.
Don't get me wrong. I love like beaky helmets and the style and everything like that. But I can't come away from a bulldozer. That's why I call the Iron Warriors helmet the bulldozer. I love the bulldozer. It's just it's so intimidating. You just I don't know what about it. I just love it. And then the hazard stripes.
Yeah, I mean, let's say the other one I'd potentially look at doing would be 1,000 Suns, potentially.
Oh yeah, you mentioned
potentially Heresy era.
Heresy era,
with that
1,000 Suns,
metallic red with all the Egyptian style, and that would probably be more Mark 4 rather than anything else.
Love that. With that, so I got more questions here. I've got even more questions coming now. Literally just a fresh one coming in. But I've got another question for you. So I've asked you what your favorite part of cosplay is, but I always like to see the other side of the coin because there always is two sides to every story. What is your least favorite part of cosplay?
My least favorite is I find it when people compare you to someone else. In what,
cosplay wise?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
It's but this person does it this way. This person does it better.
Yeah.
And especially for
I get you.
People doing alternate versions and like, oh, that's not right.
Oh yeah, that's not right. I hate that.
It's like my Tokiyami. It's like I still have an issue with the fact that I'm too large for Tokiyami. Like, I'm too tall, I'm too wide, and I try and hide that in the way that I present myself within the cloak. But that's my own personal feeling. When someone else pushes that onto you, that is the bit I don't like. Like, if it's your own personal view, fair enough, you do what you want to do. It's your experience. But don't push that onto someone else.
I have to show you this. Connie has shared us to her Instagram stories, saying watching two Space Marine brothers live on YouTube. That's so sweet, Connie. Thank you so much.
Connie needs to do as a Marine, or
Connie does. Well, believe it or not, and I can say this because it's unfortunately it's not happening, unfortunately. But Connie was going to be well, they were both actually. Connie was going to be one of my guests on the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A, but unfortunately, like distance and stuff like that, it's a lot. It is a lot. Don't get me wrong, it is a lot for a lot of people to travel. So I understand that. So there's a lot, but maybe one day, you know, we'll see. I'll definitely get Connie over one day and get Chief over, definitely.
Yeah, if you've not seen CS Arlington, check her out.
Yes, please do. If one of my mods could grab Connie's link and throw it up in the chat, that'd be amazing. Thank
Bastion,
you so much.
Chief, George. Like, have you seen Luke in the George?
I have. And we were talking about it last stream, and it was just like, oh my god, everyone was saying how amazing it is.
I mean,
we'll make it work for a date for sure. Thanks to King Benner. I'm glad, and I have something for you. I haven't sent it to you. I made it a while ago when I was talking to you, but no, I will. I'll either keep it for when you guys come here, and I'll give it to you guys then. I think that'd be really nice. But yeah, no, I agree. And Ranger of Krieg says it quite well as well. As unsolicited advice annoys the fuck out of me, and it's so true. It's like, didn't ask.
Yeah,
I didn't ask.
If you want a compliment, that's fine.
Yeah, fine. But don't come up to me and start telling me how bad my shit is. It's like, did I ask you?
Yeah.
Sorry. Could you show me your Space Marine? Oh, what? You don't have one? Okay, then shut the fuck up. I don't get me wrong. I know some people might be like, well, that's not a very good way of thinking about it. No. If someone just comes up to you at a con and starts telling you how bad your stuff is, tell them where to go. Yeah. And that's to fuck. That is absolutely where they should go.
And there's also ways of doing it. So if you're taking part in competitions, like, you are going to get, well, you should get feedback.
Absolutely.
And it should be constructive criticism. And there's a lot of people who are not very good at that.
Didn't you
get
It's
a skill. Yeah,
Didn't you get some shit?
I had a pretty bad experience with some feedback on a competition.
Well, it wasn't feedback. They were just shit to you. There's a difference between, because you told me what they said. There's a difference between constructive criticism being like, oh, if you try this, possibly this, that, and the other, instead of this, terrible.
Yeah, I had a pretty bad experience, and it knocked me down real bad. Like, I got in a bad place with my whole cosplay armor and everything.
Messaged me. We were talking.
I managed to get over it, but as I say, there's certain ways of presenting constructive criticism. And for example, Insomnia.
Yeah.
I had an amazing conversation with Just Jen, and I didn't
love Just Jen.
I didn't get a mention because the amazing Connie was there with her Bastion. Fantastic.
Love Bastion.
But I got some incredible feedback, and it allowed me to go back to the drawing board and figure out where I needed to go next with my armor. If I wanted to put in a competition again, what I should try. And it wasn't just, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. It was, this could be better. You could try this. And there's a massive difference. The way you present
there's a huge difference.
I came away from that constructive criticism feeling good and with a direction to go in, rather than questioning why I'm even doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Connie puts it quite well when she said, I remember when he told me what was said, I was ready to fight. And I love that. And Jen was saying, you might fit. I think you two are the same height. I'm trying to figure out what that's about. Remember when he told me to
maybe if you fit in my arm.
Oh yeah, maybe fit in my arm. I see that. But no, there's always two sides to every coin, and I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
But I love that you, when you went home, you were, like you said, you kind of felt shit about it. I say I loved it, but as in I love what happened in the end, because you just went, nah, fuck them. I'm just going to carry on doing what I do, and you have, and you're thriving.
The irony of it is the essence of what they were saying. Jen said exactly the same things, but in a way that I could understand and go forwards.
Yeah,
100%. There was a lot of the same sort of themes going on where I needed to improve, but it didn't leave me questioning why I was doing everything.
Yeah. So obviously, if you guys are at a con, not you guys in chat, you guys are amazing. There's 23 viewers, by the way, almost the same amount we had when we had everyone else on. So yeah, see, telling me, oh, it's because you had loads of guys on. Bollocks. I love it.
So they get split between the viewers. So yeah, viewers each.
What's really funny is a lot of the guys who were on stream are here now watching you. So but yes. With that being said, obviously, if you guys are in a con and you find out someone's just being an absolute dick to one of your friends or something, and they're telling them about cosplay or whatever, go over and just criticize their cosplay. No, don't actually do it. Don't actually do it. For God's sake, don't actually do it. That's bad advice. Don't actually do it. I'm kidding. But just go over and pour paint all over them. I'm sorry.
Well, I just
hate people who are horribly negative like that when they just go up to somebody without even so much as a how'd you do and tear the hell out of their cosplay. And it's like,
yeah,
go away.
Going back to some of the competitive stuff though, if you do enter in competitions or you're watching someone on stage and think, why have they won? Like, I had this at Insomnia. Because of my armor, I could only just fit on stage, and I'm not going to lie, I love the pictures that came off that stage because it looked incredible. It worked so well for what I present, and the crowd went nuts. It was insane. Like, I cannot explain the feeling of when I went out onto that stage. But Captain Amelia won that.
Thomas Shaw, have a good night.
Doctor Strange. And I've now seen that cosplay up close and just incredible. Like, there's certain things you can see from on stage and off stage. when they get judged up close, like, you can see everything. And you can't get that from being a viewer outside. And yeah, that costume was just...
It's insane.
Like,
it's insane.
And all handmade, hand-patterned.
Quality, not quantity, Apostle. Yeah. Exactly. No, I'm not advocating gatekeeping. I'm just saying, just don't be a dick. It's like rule 1. Just don't be a dick.
Deserves to have fun.
But I love that Connie was saying is I'm saying that me and Luke were worried we wouldn't be able to get on stage.
Yeah, that was funny. I had to crab walk up a 30-foot ramp.
Oh God, I love crab walking up ramps. It's so funny.
And then I had to duck to get under the curtain.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Girl dinner. No, I absolutely love it. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for just all the questions and asking and everything. It's just so nice. I'm going to go back to my sheets for a second. I have some more questions here. Make sure if you guys have any questions, by the way, that you want to ask the amazing Corax, please jump over, type in question in chat, and then your question. My mods will send it over to me, and you can get your question asked on stream. I have a question to ask you, and that is, cosplay hero, who is yours? I'm not going to mention mine again. I mentioned mine last stream. Everyone knows it's Adam Savage and Heinrich Pilrud and so many other people, Ranger of Krieg and such, and so many other people. But
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I get more the more people I know.
Oh, that's quite nice. That's quite nice. I like that. Do you have any like celebrity ones, like for example, like Adam Savage or Evil Ted Smith or Odin Makes or so, you know, or like SKS Props or someone like that?
I mean, SKS Props I found recently, and his stuff is fantastic.
Oh, you found him recently?
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, damn!
Because a friend of mine asked me to make a buggy hat and passed me his templates, so I made a buggy hat for him.
So cool.
And found him, and was like, this guy's good. And
he's incredible. His work is.
I went to make his Gears armor so I can join the Gears group.
I would love to see you in Gears armor. that would be really cool as well, because that's out of your kind of norm and your.
So.
That's so cool. Dude,
so
I need to see you. Your hair would be really good tied back as like a Gears of War character.
So I'm looking at. I'd have to make 3 sets of armor. So I'd have to make one for the wife, one for my spotter, and one for me.
Oh hell! Oh god! I wish I could be your spotter. 3 set of armor. Mint.
But yeah,
we need the Angus emote back. We can get it. We can get the Angus emote back when we get more members. I think I need X amount of members before I can add more. It's like on Twitch, you get X amount of, I think it's followers or subscribers. No, subscribers. Sorry. You get, oh no, it's something I keep forgetting because I'm not on Twitch anymore. So, oh yeah, no, subscribers. Yeah, if you get X amount of subscribers on Twitch, you get more slots unlocked, and I think it's more members on YouTube. You get more slots unlocked. From what I remember, I don't know how many yet, but we can figure it out at some point, and we will absolutely. The next emote to come back will be Angus, and we can get Angus.
Spam that Angus.
Fucking, he needs a goddamn cigarette. Corax, he needs a goddamn cigarette.
But I will say, my celebrity heroes, I would say is yourself.
Oh, piss off! Everyone does this to me. I'm not a celeb. I'm hardly a celeb. I can't be a celeb.
Does chat agree the fact that in this
but
particular environment, this man here is a celebrity in the 40k cosplay?
Not. I'm known. I like being known. Known is good. I like being known. But I don't want to be. I don't want to be.
He is definitely, especially in the UK, he's on par with Heinrich and Terry, because
on par with Heinrich and Terry. Their stuff is like 10 times better than mine. I'm like, oh God,
no,
the goat.
I would say Terry B cosplay.
God, you've made me choke.
Is. Like, his stuff is incredible. Sylvian, over in the States, I used his build guide to make this. But it's your content that I watched.
Oh, man.
And then, as I say, as I go further in with doing these conventions...
You're now becoming other people's inspiration. Do you know that? Do you understand that?
I did hear about...
Do you understand that? Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah.
That hit.
Did you watch the VOD or watch the stream even? Did you watch the stream?
I jumped in on the stream just after, and I had to watch it back to see what he'd said. And
I mean, you got that on repeat. You go, oh, so cool. It's so cool. And they sat here, and I had no idea. And I'm just doing my stuff, being like, I got the next questions and stuff ready. And they turn around and they go, well, obviously yourself. And I'm like, oh, go away. Stop. It's just, I never know how to take it. And it's always like, it really means a lot. I do appreciate it, especially someone of like what you're doing now and how you're going, and you're gaining popularity in Steam very quickly.
I'm just following in the footsteps that you've laid.
There's one step of footsteps. There's one set of footsteps because I'm carrying you. Like the Jesus Christ thing. But no, honest to God, you are really going for it, and your work is just because you're everywhere. Because obviously you go to all these events with the cosplay table and stuff. Not the cosplay table. The what do they sell? Sorry, my apologies.
It's Leanne's Anime.
Leanne's Anime. And you go along there and you get free tickets to go there. So you go along, and so you can go to loads of cons. You can be everywhere and you can get that. And getting that out there is so good. And being on like posters, and you were on the MCM banner, weren't you?
Yeah, I was on MCM.
That's incredible.
The one that really gets me though is AnimeCon UK. We were there.
AnimeCon UK.
I
don't think I know that
last year, and it's not the anime and gaming festivals. We don't do those ones.
Oh, you mean Anime and Gaming Con?
No,
we don't. You mean
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
not those. It's they're having issues with their branding because they keep on getting confused with those. But no, AnimeCon UK, which is
different.
They did London. They did Birmingham last year, and they're doing London this year, and Birmingham again.
Sapphire. Don't say it.
Yep, not saying that. But yeah, I went to the first one in Birmingham.
It's so hard not to laugh at.
And we were running the store, and I was like, well, I might as well take the armour, because we're going up there. So
it's a con.
I wandered around this anime con and met some of my friends up there, and was apparently a big hit, so much so that they used me on all their promotional stuff for the next 2 conventions.
Did they ask?
No. They never ask. You'll find this, if you get put on convention stuff, it's in the small print on the tickets that they reserve the rights to use all photography at the events.
Yeah.
I did look into it because MCM kept using me as banners.
It's like, hey, MCM, you're using me as banners. Give me something.
I wanted the banner. They wouldn't give me the banner.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I asked. It's like, it's dated. They just throw them in the bin, but I want it.
That's so mad. That's infuriating.
But yeah, they put me next to Taran Cosplay. He is.
I think I know Taran Cosplay.
He's lovely. He's a very well sculpted man. And does lots of. Sorry, he's Italian. It's just Taran.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd have to look him up.
Quite well known, and I'm sitting on the advert next to him, and it's like, fair enough. For an anime convention, and there's a Space Marine in the corner. So if you look at any of the posters for AnimeCon UK, you'll see my lovely helmeted mug at the top corner.
I love that. I love that. We have more questions, and we have one from your savior, Mr. Titan 40k. Iroar Cosplay. My question is, how is the new shop doing, and do you cosplay in it all the time?
So I think you're on about Leanne's new shop, which is...
Oh, yes! Right, so, I was confused there for a moment.
Yeah, so basically, for those that don't know, I work with Leanne, who runs Leanne's Anime. And this is how I go to conventions, because she lets me put my armour on her stall. And recently she has opened up a bricks and mortar shop in Great Yarmouth. We did a nice little opening event for her, but no, I don't cosplay in the shop all the time because I don't fit in the shop, unfortunately.
Can you be outside the shop?
Yes, I was outside. But yeah, so my wonderful wife, Jenny, works the stall at the conventions, and as part of that I get to take my armour along and cosplay.
Jenny is in chat, by the way, if you want to say hi, Jenny. Everyone say hi, Jenny.
I would not be able to do this without her, because she basically works so that I can do cosplay.
I'm just messaging my girlfriend back about some stuff that's happening tomorrow, and she's confused that I'm messaging her back during stream. And I'm like, it's okay, I got my phone in front of me, it's fine. I can do that. But that's the thing, you were talking and I was listening to you, and I was told, like, you were talking about the bricks and mortar shop and everything. Everyone's saying hi, Jenny. There you go. I have a question here from Thomas Shaw. Thomas Shaw.
Hello, Thomas.
Question: Iron Warrior, what you taking to Southampton Comic Con? I am taking the Iron Warrior and my Deathcore of Krieg. I'm taking everything because I have a large space there that I'm going to be filling up with all my awesome cosplay stuff so that you guys can come along and have a look and everything. The only thing that won't be there is the Power Fist. That is going to be repaired because that is currently an ongoing big repair project that I'm doing. I'm also doing some videos on it as well for you guys as well, because it's really awesome. I need to speak to Ultima Props at the moment about some 3D printing stuff, so I need to speak to him. Am I taking Harry? Yes, of course I'm taking Harry. Harry will be with me, and it'll be the first time me and Harry are seeing each other since before Christmas. Oh my god, I haven't seen my boy in so long. But yes, we are going to go down to Southampton, and it will be there for the day. It is only the one day. But it's gonna be a good laugh. It's gonna be a good laugh. I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be a nice slow drive down there. We're gonna leave nice and early, a nice slow drive down there. Sapphire, we got Sapphire. Is the Ghostbuster coming in May? Yes, the Ghostbuster is gonna be there in MCM May. I'm gonna do my Ghostbuster again. I don't know if I'll bring my steampunk. I might just do Ghostbuster and then Krieg. I'll do Ghostbuster on the Sunday probably. Do Krieg Friday, Saturday, because I'm gonna do the Death Gore of Krieg on the Friday, then my Death Rider on the... actually, I might do it the other way around. I might do Death Rider on the Friday, normal Krieg on the Saturday because it's the busiest day, and then Ghostbuster on the Sunday. That's probably how I'm going to do it. Whether that's going to work, I have no idea. But we'll see. We'll see. Where are we? Oh, I have... I've got the same question on here twice. I just realised that. Whoops. Right, what is the biggest event you've been to? What's the biggest con you've been to? Mine is MCM.
It's going to be MCM. Insomnia's pretty decent.
Pretty huge. Games Expo's quite big too.
Games Expo I haven't been to yet. We're looking at potentially doing that this year.
Nice.
But basically it's what Leanne does.
It's whatever event she does, yeah, which is fair enough.
Apart from the odd few where we'll do it ourselves. But it's so much easier when you have a trader friend, because getting the Marine into places is a lot easier when you can set up the day before.
Amen! Oh my god.
And you can go through the loading gates.
For this Southampton con, it's a one-day con, so we have to get down there super early.
Oh, it's...
so driving from here to there is going to be like 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
So it's like... It's going to be like, well, we have to leave like before the event starts, but we also have to get there like at least 2 hours before the event starts.
Yeah.
So we have to leave here super early.
Yeah, you have to.
But I have to pick Harry up. So what I usually do, or what I usually ask Harry or ask his mum is they get the good bedding out, and I stop off at theirs.
Yeah.
And I stay there for the night, and then we go from Cardiff near Cardiff. It's much easier. It's much easier.
Yeah.
But yes, Harry, you've told everyone now, so I might as well tell everyone. It's basically yes. I go into storage and I will wheel a crate out, and I will wheel it out on a dolly, and then I'll use a crowbar and I'll break it open. And I'll dust Harry off, and then just push the little thing on the back of his neck, and then he starts up, and off he goes, and I've got my spotter again. So
yeah, and all the packing material is actually just trenches, and that's where the trenches come from.
Yeah, it's all EVA foam. It's all shredded up EVA foam, and he uses that to make his trenches. I love it. Gotta go ring my nan. Hey, Sapphire, have a wonderful night. Say hello to your grandmother for me. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. By the way, is anyone else going to be here at Southampton Comic-Con? Is anyone else going to be there? If you are, let me know. I would love to see you guys there. I have another question here for you. Corax, would you do the smoke machines and the jump packs for the exhaust?
I will. I intended to do it in my current power pack. But a lot of conventions have rules against smoke machines.
Vaping and smoke machines and stuff. Yeah.
So, because it was one of the rules for Insomnia's competition was actually you couldn't use them. But apparently you can use them if you get permission first and get it checked out.
Oh, that's mint.
Which,
that's good.
Yeah, but if you are intending, especially on doing competitions again, check with the organisers, because a lot of conventions do not allow them.
Yeah. Well, I know MCM are quite strict on stuff, but
Insomnia, it's you're not allowed to use them. But I think, as I say, if you're using it on stage as part of a performance, then you can get permission.
Oh yeah, if you're using it on stage, I think just the once and then turning it off, which is fair enough. I love this. Connie's saying, speaking of spotters and helpers, we love Freddy.
Oh, the sexy cowboy. Yes.
Sexy cowboy. He's a legend.
If you see a cowboy with me, he is my spotter. He is not in cosplay. That is his normal clothes. He went to America once and came back looking like that.
I thought he was in cosplay.
He also looks like a bit of a cowboy Bill Bailey, but don't tell him that. It upsets him.
He really does. I love it. He's amazing. So we have Freddy's and Harry's. We have Harry's and Freddy's. Yes. So that's awesome.
Well,
I love
my
that.
number one spotter will always be my wife, because she is the first spotter and she is the best one. However, because she has to work so that I can do these conventions, I've had to get the sexy cowboy in.
Cowdoy. Sexy cowdoy. I love cowdoy. Now, this is, I know you've been asked, like, what's the biggest prop you would do and stuff like that, but this question I love asking, because this question to me is quite a good one. And that is, right, money no option. You have a black card that gives you unlimited money. You have a workshop, let's say a big workshop like this with like several tables, bandsaws, laser cutters of any size, CNC machines, lathes, whatever you want. All the equipment, stacks of foam, more super glue than you can sniff. No, I'm joking. Please don't sniff super glue. Money no option.
Oh, that's a story.
What cosplay are you building?
Oh dear.
Iron Warrior has joined our
Oh.
legion.
Thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I didn't see that, and it doesn't come up in chat, which is very frustrating. But thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I can't even check because there's no timeline. Yeah, YouTube doesn't do like a timeline. It does those, but it doesn't do.
That's strange.
Yeah, it doesn't do subscribers, which is a shame. Sorry about that. If you have just subscribed and you're watching stream, please mention it in chat so I can thank you properly and read out your username. But yeah, money no option.
I think I've slightly said this already. It'd either be Corax himself.
Oh, okay. Corax,
Or,
Dust Boy.
as I said, a Contemptor Dreadnought. But if money was no option,
Money no option. You got the black card. You can do whatever you want.
I would figure out a way of actually making the lower half hydraulic.
Well, you would use hydraulics.
Yes.
Oh,
But
that'd be-
actually, walking Contemptor Dreadnought.
That's mad. Oh
'Cause then I
no,
could
I'm so
sit in it.
sorry. The notification covered your face like Mike Wazowski. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that. I've just said.
I'm so sorry. I need to move it. I will move that after stream. I'll move it into the middle here so it's out of the way. I'm so sorry. It's so funny. But no, that would fair enough. Yeah, money no option, that's what you would do. I love that. Another question from chat here. Oh wait, no, that is just my mod talking to me. Sorry. No way. Okay, so this is off chat by the way, but I need to totally read this out. So Finn, one of my moderators, just messaged me on Discord, who's been sending me your questions, along with Ranger of Krieg, has said, I was wearing your Iron Warrior hoodie out the other day, and 4 people recognized it and went, oh, hey, Iron Warrior cosplay. I, of course, bragged about being your mod. Hell yeah.
Bragging
Hell yeah. Bragging rights. You got the bragging rights? You got the bragging rights? I am going to heart react to that, because that is awesome. We have a question here from the legendary Chris. We have a question here from the legendary Chris. Question... Will you ever take a trip to Norway in the future, both of you? I mean, maybe.
I mean, I've been to Norway in parts because we went there on our honeymoon on a cruise. It was lovely.
That's nice. You've already been.
And it was
Hashtag squad goals,
fantastic.
like that. But no, I would go to Norway. I'd go to Norway. I mean, Chris, you've stayed here, so I mean, me and Steph could come and stay with you. Just inviting myself over. Which was really funny. We were driving on the motorway, and Chris was just like, "Why aren't your motorways lit up?" And I'm like, "Well, parts of them are. Like when you get down to roundabouts and stuff, and there are parts of them." I was like, "It's so weird. All of their motorways are lit. Ours aren't."
Oh.
Like all of it, I'm talking like, but like only parts of ours are lit, and it freaked him out. He was like, "Oh, this is so weird." And I'm like, "But how do you see lights?" It's like,
Yeah, but over in Norfolk, we don't really have motorways.
no, which
I
is
mean,
fair.
to get to a motorway, I have to travel at least an hour
Oh right, to get to
just to any motorway.
oh bloody hell! Actually, from here to the dual carriageway, it's 25 minutes, half hour-ish from here to. Oh yeah, that's not that far from here actually. But no, that's pretty far actually.
Yeah, it's Norfolk is one of those where it gets forgotten. Well, I mean, you've travelled to Great Yarmouth down that
Yeah, I
incredibly
have.
straight road across the marshes of nowhere. It's,
Do you know a comedian called Jeff Rowe?
Yes, I do know.
In Norfolk, they've got some deep dikes. I'm so glad you know Jeff Rowe. In Norfolk, they've got some deep dikes. This is a Norfolk dike dish.
He's an old
Yes! I'm so glad you know. I'm so happy. I wanted to do that impression so much. Oh my god, I love it. I actually love it. That's so good. Oh my god, I've got that question twice as well. Wow, I really need to go back through my questions. I was tired when I wrote these. You are genuine, and that's what I like about. That's why I invited. That's why we're friends. That's why you do cosplay stuff. I think you're just a genuine, down to earth, really awesome person. You don't overly think too much about yourself. You're really chill, and you like to do funny shit with us when we're like Deathcore of Krieg. And you like to poke fun at yourself and stuff. And it's nice, and I really, really enjoy it. And what I love about it is your honesty and stuff. So this question for you is, this goes out to the chat as well. This is like you can reply to the chat, which is basically, what would your advice be for somebody who is just now getting into cosplay? They have just gotten their first like pack of foam, or their first like cosplay foam. Their parents have gotten them, or they don't have to be that young. They're like, let's say they're 20s or 30s, and they've just gotten their first like load of foam and their first craft knife and their super glue, hot glue, contact cement, whatever. And they've got their first like pattern for like a helmet, for example, or like a standard Space Marine helmet, like the normal patterns or whatever. What would your advice be to them getting into cosplay for the first time ever?
Apart from the fact, just go for it. And the thing is, I mean, you've seen with this, like, that is my first helmet, and you've just got to give it a go. Simple as. You learn by doing. I mean, I learned with my Marine being so large, I got a lot better at it the further I got into it, because there was just the massive amount of stuff to do.
Because the size of the parts and stuff, did you say? Or?
Yeah, and it's just, the one special tip I could give you is something that, again, Kamui put on her videos, was get a sharpening stone and sharpen your blades. You don't need to replace your blades, even Stanley blades. Just sharpen it between every other cut. Just run it along the stone, and you'll notice that your cuts are so much easier. It's so much smoother, and it doesn't pull and tear at the foam. That is
just like a normal kitchen one, would you say?
You can get them. I got an oil stone from B&Q.
So you just oil it up and then.
And yeah, well, it's a pre-oiled one. You got two different sides, and literally just run your blade, clean the blade, because EVO foam especially sticks to blade edges horribly, and it dulls them incredibly quickly. And you'll find that just doing that between every other cut will make your life so much easier. Like,
it's so nice.
It is transforming the way you do it, because every piece was then neater, and your joins will glue better, and it will just look better because you've got a clean cut.
We have something here from Connie saying, genuinely, we are so happy we met Luke. He's such a wonderful person. We have such a cute photo of all of us laughing together before we properly met. It's been such a privilege getting to know him. Look at you go, look. Yeah, he's getting all emotional. That's so sweet. Connie, that's so, so sweet. But yeah, sharpening stone, would you say, is like the number one sharpening stone?
It's one of those, if you're going to work with a knife, and especially with EVA foam, it's the one trick that I have learned that is the most important, is just sharpen your blade between the cuts, because EVA is horrible to blades.
Yeah, EVA dulls blades so quickly.
I've seen people where you can get like multiple packs of Stanley blades. You don't need to. Like, you do not need to change the blade. You just need to run it across that stone. I use, again, Kamui's tutorial says everything, but I use a box cutter. You know, the ones where you can snap off the blades? Yeah. You don't need to snap them off. You just sharpen it. I'm using the same knife now for years, and all you have to do is just run it across that stone, and it gives it a new edge. Like, it's so simple and yet very effective.
Can't wait for the big Space Marine cuddles Insomnia soon, says Connie.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm definitely going to be there.
Six Musings, would you recommend investing in a laser cutter? He just has.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, he spoke to me. We were chatting about it, and he's invested in a laser cutter.
I've invested in it. However, I also need to invest in Lightburn.
Yeah, Lightburn. Well, I mean,
I know I can use laser GRBL or whatever it is.
Yeah, but
I want to learn Lightburn rather than learn something and then go to something else.
Buy Lightburn.
Yeah.
For God's sake, buy Lightburn. It's just so worth it.
Yeah.
It is. Lightburn's so incredible. I had some issues with their technical support guys at one point, but they managed to. I managed to speak to somebody else, and they managed to sort it out for me.
Yeah.
They give you 3 codes, but moving from one computer to the other, or having to do a fresh reinstall, you can take the code from the one you have, and then do the reinstall, and then put it back on. But it doesn't always work.
All right.
So I had to tell them about it. But because I'd done 2 reinstalls that month, they thought I was playing silly buggers. But yeah. Thanks so much, Ranger Creek, for the time check. Really appreciate it. How do you see the future of cosplay going, with the cost of living crisis and stuff happening, and the cost of everything going up, the cost of fuel, rent, the cost of just everything going up? Do you feel it's going to affect cosplay?
I think it's affecting everything. Anything that is a luxury, anything that is
Comic Cons and stuff.
Yeah,
sharpening stones.
Yeah, I mean. The reason, for example, it's first world problems, but I haven't used my laser cutter because I couldn't justify the cost of Lightburn yet.
Yeah.
Because I've got the laser cutter, but I just couldn't justify it until I've got a specific project, because I just can't afford to put that in. Because, as I say, I did a lot of conventions and I get to do them very cheaply. I'm very fortunate for that. However, I still end up spending a fair bit of money getting to and from.
Yeah,
and
I feel you.
It's, even though it's cheaper, it's not free.
No.
And as I say, life is life. So I do think it'll affect it. But the other thing is you can always find ways of doing things cheaper.
Oh, always.
Like, for example, my armor is made out of CF45 foam.
CF is... What company is that?
It's the density, so it's 45 kilo.
Yeah, is that polyprops?
But it's
do you buy that from...
Polyprops and Tigers rate it in that.
Oh,
variance,
Tigers.
I think.
Oh, okay. I don't do CF. They do. What are they? What is the company I buy? CA. Or something like that. Or PA. Sorry, PA 60. PA 60 and 70.
Well, I think it'll be the same. It's just the prefix is different, but the number will be I think it's like
weight.
the weight capacity it can hold.
Yeah.
And obviously the higher density it is, the more weight. So ideally you want to use 60. Or
60 is what I usually use. I have got some 80. Well, you know my new platforms.
Yeah.
That's 75, I think.
So I bought some
So
100 for doing carve details, and it is revolutionary. Like, carving 100 is so nice.
It's like working with wood.
It's like, but CF45 does not carve. It's not good, but it's lighter and it's cheaper. Like, I was paying, I think it was about £17 for a 2x1 meter sheet, which, as from a normal shop.
Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. I'm missing them, unfortunately. I'm kind of gutted I'm missing them because they're not coming up anywhere. So I need to figure out a way of being able to see those. So YouTube, I will be Googling. I will be
Look
Googling.
At Connie using her posh foam. That's why she could get those bevels so perfect.
Yeah.
I'm using a bandsaw.
Connie's foam is and work is amazing, but yeah, like you said, bandsaw and expensive foam.
Like my entire Space Marine, apart from the pistol's made from Halford's floor mats.
Oh, nice.
If you look on the inside of the magwell, you'll see the texturing.
I love that.
But yeah, the rest of it is all built from CF45, which is basically the cheapest foam I could find, because I was buying a lot of it.
I bought so many packs of Halfords. It was such a good day. I walked into Halfords and went...
I've heard this one.
Yeah. And went, can I buy all the floor matting that you guys have? And it was like, yeah, sure, there's like 3 packs over there. And I was like, no, I don't think you understand. I want to buy all the floor matting that you have, and came out with I don't know how many in the end. And then I did a second run. I did a second run that week. And I was like, well, thank God you've had a delivery, because Jesus Christ, they need more. And then the stack of it I had was, I could sit on it and my feet could be off the ground.
Do you ever think that you put their statistics through the roof, so suddenly they've got an overstock of masses of floor mats because you bought it all already?
I would love to have left it, built the Space Marine, not needed foam for ages, and then just gone to this company that I go to now, and then some poor guy in Halford Stockman being like, I bought a double because that guy will be back, and I never came back. And I come back in one time and he goes, there he is, and I buy a bowl.
And you'll now find that they've got floor mats from like years ago, not sold.
Please, sir, please buy these. Good Lord, we need them. I mean, honestly, I have had such a fun time talking to you. By the way, we have more questions. If you guys have any other questions, by the way, please put them up in chat. I've got a few more questions, not many, because we've had a few of them asked in chat, so I can skip a lot of them. But I would love to know your absolute funniest cosplay story. And I know for a fact that just now I spoke about sniffing superglue. Please don't sniff superglue. And you said, oh, that's a story. And I was like, well, I'm going to save that for like closer to the end of stream.
Yeah.
Because I need to know. How high did you?
Yeah, that was an experience. So when I was building this helmet, initially I had an old school like plastic army helmet that I was going to stick in the top of it, and then that was what was going to seat it on my head.
Sure.
And of course, when I built my Space Marine, it was the first thing I built out of foam, and I built the entire thing with super glue.
Yep, not contact cement, not hot glue.
And I also didn't know what activator was. So I built it with super glue and no activator. And super glue runs quite a lot before it goes off if you don't spray with activator.
No.
I was also building it on my bed, so I also ruined several sets of bed sheets because they had super glue all over them.
She got so mad. She was telling me earlier how mad she was.
Yes. I'm still finding t-shirts that have got little hard spots on them, which is super glue and nothing else.
I have 4 t-shirts that I use for the workshop, and they all have hard spots on them from super glue.
Yeah, I use everything.
I have specific workshop clothes.
Oh, no, I'm terrible. I'll think, I'll just go and do this and don't get changed.
Well, do you see that red coat I was wearing, the tribal night, sometimes wear on stream or whatever? That's the one I wear in the workshop. Hence why it's got loads of burn holes and stuff.
But yeah, going back to that helmet, I decided to glue the helmet in, but obviously I need to hold it in the right place so that my eyes line up. So I poured a load of super glue in it and then put it on my head.
What? Why would you do that?
Because it needs to be in the right place.
You know what? I can't say much. You know what? After this, I'll give you a story. Good Lord.
I can say, do not do this.
What?
It is very bad. Your eyes sting quite a lot because you've got super glue fumes just in a confined space with you. And it's not fun breathing. And I can say
Can you even breathe?
I mean, there's holes and vents, but I cannot recommend pouring a load of super glue into a helmet and then sticking it on your head.
Oh no!
Just don't.
Yeah,
health and safety.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not pour super glue into a helmet and then wear it. I think that's something I think we can all attest
myself
to.
with a Space Marine helmet.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Not even in a good way. Super glue will just straight up kill you and burn your lungs.
It was, thinking back, it was, This is, I did say I was impatient.
Yeah.
This is why I use super glue.
When you said you were impatient, I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. Didn't think it was this bad. Like, there's holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, I might as well tell you mine while we're talking super glue related crap. You're probably gonna wince a little bit. I don't know, but I wear these 3 boxes. I wear black latex gloves when I work because I hate getting super glue and stuff on my fingers because I scrape it off with a knife otherwise, and then people watching me like, oh, don't do that. And I'm like, that's fine. I'm just scraping off hot glue, super glue and stuff like that, right? And I was building the chainswords. The 3 chainswords I've been building. I was building those, and I was adding on details. And details I super glue on because there's no point contact cement.
Yeah.
I detail them. If they're bigger than so much, if I consider them bigger than X amount, I will contact cement them with like a dot or 2 of like super glue just to help it out. Not that the contact cement I use needs it, but it's nice to have, and it's nice to know there's that bond. And I had some super glue on the tip of my finger from where I had done that, and I'd gone, and I'd scraped it off the foam. And just like, before that dries, and then stuck it on.
Oh, yeah,
and was like, okay. And I touched my lip. And I didn't just touch it once. It got stuck. And then I got it off. And then I, did that with my tongue. Like your instant thing is to get it off your lips. I did that with my tongue, and then got super glue on the underside of my tongue. It tastes so bad.
Can confirm.
So bad, and it got stuck to my lip, and it was horrible. And I was peeling it off, and it bled like a pig. It was horrible. You glued your mouth shut? Didn't actually. I made sure not to close my mouth. I just got it on my tongue as well, and getting it on my tongue was the weirdest sensation because even though it was all wet and moist inside my mouth, it had dried.
Yeah,
and it was like, oh God, it was horrendous, and I panicked. I was panicking. It scared me that much. I genuinely panicked.
Well, for those that you might not know, super glue is it does activate better with moisture.
A little bit.
Yeah, so another trick to do is if you're super gluing something together, to wet it first and then put the super glue and put it together. That helps it activate. But activation spray is good and also flammable.
Got it over there.
Not cosplay related.
Oh, no, it doesn't have to be. Go on.
You'll like this one.
Oh, God. Here we go.
More dumb things you should not do.
Dumb ways to die.
I 3D print stuff. I also 3D print RC airplanes because I fly RC aircraft.
Yeah, you do RC aircraft and stuff.
And one of the ones I'd printed a fuselage off, and it was like a big pointy cone. And I'd glued it together and then sprayed the activator in, and then realised that there was a load of stringing on the inside. So it's like thin bits of filament that haven't quite secured.
Yeah.
And you get rid of it by just running a lighter, and it just melts.
Yeah, it just melts. Gets rid of it.
However, I had obviously not left it long enough from the activator in there.
Here comes the impatient side of you again.
So I was lighting the filaments, and the whole thing went off like a blowtorch and shot a 3-foot flame out the end of it. However, the end of it was pointing at my face.
Oh, no.
So I lost
your beard,
all the hair on one of my hands, and most of my beard, mustache, and eyebrows.
Oh, good
to
Lord.
activate it. Yeah, so don't light things near it. Activate it. When it says it's highly flammable, it is not lying. It is indeed very, very flammable, and if it's in a cone-shaped device that directs the flames at your face, is uncomfortable.
Don't hold super glue and activator on a cup. Burns like hell. Lick your minis, guys. Don't lick your minis. Don't lick your minis. Connie, so what I'm getting from these stories is, how are you two alive? Hey, I wear a respirator and stuff and goggles and safety equipment when I have to, but I accidentally touched my lip one time and almost glued my face shut. I have questions from the chat for you. This one is, oh my God, Galactic Elephant. Right, do this.
Yeah, praise be.
Praise be unto him. Praise be unto him. Galactic Elephant. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were here. Hello, welcome. I have a question from Galactic Elephant. Praise be unto him. Question for Corax. Have you given any thought to coming to an American con, please? My space marine is so lonely.
I would love to. However, logistics...
That's exactly what I say!
would be a nightmare, considering my van gets filled by the armour. I would absolutely love to go to... I mean, I've seen recently like the photographs and stuff from Katsucon.
Oh my God,
nuts.
yes.
Like, that the gazebo in the middle is just lovely. But getting it there, I just don't know.
Honestly, that's my answer to everyone is logistics. Like having to crate it up and take it somewhere, or having to drive it to then getting a vehicle on the plane. It's like you can't get vehicles on the plane. You have to. It's just it.
You'd have to send it.
Yeah,
and
but the thing is, you'd have to send it.
So expensive.
You'd have to send it before you go there. Well, who do you send it to? Who do you trust in another country?
Yeah.
And what if it gets lost? What if it gets damaged? What if the plane crashes? Like,
how do you value it?
How do you value it? I wouldn't know where to value my Iron Warrior. I wouldn't know where to start.
Obviously, there is ways of doing it. I think Little Gem took like little golf cart across to America. Her one that she did for Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh yeah. The sweets one.
But that's if you get support. Like that requires an insane amount of support and for people to bring you over to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
As an individual, it's expensive and just a logistical nightmare, unfortunately.
But that's the thing, right? Even if a Comic-Con is willing to do it, who do you send it to?
Yeah.
You know, that's your life work. Like, you know, that's your pride and joy. If I lost my Iron Warrior in any way, whether it like got stolen from my van at some point, or whether it went missing, or when I sent it to somebody and then it vanished or whatever, I'd be devastated. I would stop cosplaying.
Well, I got approached by someone to help like do a display with my armor, and without naming anything, basically they wanted me to let them box it up, send it to this exhibition, put it on display, and then they'd box it up and send it back. And I found that I couldn't agree to it.
No, absolutely
because
not.
I like they were saying that they handle like expensive items all the time, and it'll be fine, and they've got trained professionals and that, and it's all insured and that. And it's like, that's great, but it's not me.
It's not you. It would have to be you that takes it there, you that sets it up, and you're there the whole time it's there.
Yeah, and I said I'd even be happy to sit with it and explain it to people, but I don't feel comfortable not doing it that way, because this is something I've poured so much work into, and it's not a traditional like it goes in a box, it comes out of a box, you put it on a stand. You have to build it. You have to arrange it properly.
Put it all together. There's certain ways it goes together.
Yeah, and also it may be fairly durable, but it's still only foam at the end of the day.
Yep. And also, if they said it's insured, how do they know how much it's insured for? Yep. How do they know what's the value of it?
Oh, I bet you get asked all the time.
Yeah,
how much is it?
Yeah, every time. How much? My favorite one is, would you build me a space marine? He's like, yeah, sure, no worries, 10 grand.
Yeah.
And they go, what? 10 grand? I'm like, yeah, it's basically the go away price. You don't want it. But I have had people go, what if somebody says yes and hands you a check for 10 grand? I go, I'll cash it, and then I have 10 grand, and I will build them a space marine. Because it won't cost me 10 grand to do, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah, but it'll be worth your time to do it then.
It'll be worth your time to do it.
As I was saying with this took me 2 months to build initially. So that was 2 months working solid. Now, if you cash that in as hours at a professional rate, because if you're doing something like this, then it's professional. You're looking at over £20 an hour.
100%.
And then you add that up. That's £40 a week. 40 hours a week, £20 an hour for 2 months. Then you add materials.
Like,
I'm probably over £1,000 in materials on my armor now.
10k seems cheap when you look at dollars an hour. Does it really? Well, I just pull the number out of the air and I go 10 grand, whatever. Connie, when I went to Dragon Con, I took Chief of my checked luggage and it went missing on the way home. The airport had lost it and didn't know what flight it was on. Thankfully, it showed up on the next flight from JFK. Was the most stressful 3 hours of my life. I bet. Oh my God.
Imagine that.
I've seen the UK Johnny 5 recently went to Texas, took a massive crate, and I think it was paid for. Don't know if I could get my suit. Don't know if I get my suit out of it. That's mad. I couldn't let my suit out of my sight. I'd have to be on the same flight as it. I'd have to watch them load it. I'd have to have a high-vis jacket on. Watch them load it, get on the plane, and then go.
Yeah, the Johnny 5 got delayed as well. It couldn't attend some of the events it was meant to because it got stuck in the States.
Holy shit.
Because I saw it on some of the conventions we were looking at.
Also, Luke, stop. Connie's got a calculator now. She's working how much I owe for George. George is such an incredible piece of like artwork.
Yeah, but Connie can't do that for George because she made it so quickly.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
It's not even any hours in it, is it?
Your work, by the way, Connie, is outstanding, and I am the most jealous. It's amazing. Seriously.
Like, if you need commission work doing?
Oh God, yeah. If you need anything done and you want it done at an insane level, then go to Connie.
Yeah.
Now I have some more questions from Jennifer Goodall. Question: What about the 3D printed nose cone activator and lighter scenario? I think that's what you just spoke about.
Yes, that's my darling wife.
Darling wife. Say hello, wife. There you go. Wife is here. I don't know if anyone can hear hello, wife, but wife is here. Right, wife.
Right,
life good. I'm adding that to the stream deck, like now. I can't now, but. I have a question from The Pengler. Apologies if you answered this. I probably haven't. I'm not sure. There's been a lot of questions. But are you going to SecretCon in April? I am not going to SecretCon in April. No, unfortunately, I'm not. No. The downside is I want to take the Iron Warrior to SecretCon.
Yeah.
So I want to pay a ticket pay for a ticket for the Iwar for me to go. But Ranger of Krieg would come along just as a spotter capacity to get me in and out of the suit and stuff like that. But I've been told that he would also have to pay for a ticket. But if he's not getting any pictures taken and he's going to be helping me in and out of the suit, then he doesn't really class as taking up a space because he's just going to be a body there. Like the photographers are there. They're there. And Harry would just be there to help me in and out, whatever, because Harry said, I'll just come along and get you in and out of the suit. But they want me to get a ticket for Harry as well. And I'm kind of like, I know it sounds really tight and everything, but if Harry's not going to be getting photos taken, it's not worth his while.
Yeah.
So I don't go. I've tried, but because they said you would need, you would need a ticket for Harry. I'm like, but Harry's not getting any photos taken. He's just getting me in and out of the suit and helping me carry stuff around. I'm good. I'm not. I just, But if they're happy to have Harry there just to help me get in and out of the suit, he won't have any pictures taken. Then yeah, that'll be great. I'll definitely buy a ticket and go and see if I can get in or whatever. But other than that, I'm all right. Richard Burge, on the other hand, me and him have a photo shoot planned soon, and I'm very excited for that. So stay around for that.
See, I've only just recently done. Well, I'd say it wasn't even a proper shoot. We just found somewhere relatively close in a con to do some photos with.
That's usually how it goes. It's really awesome.
But I've not managed to actually book anyone to do a photo shoot with a Marine because it is so difficult to nail me down into a place and a time.
That's the thing. When Harry and I are at a con, it's really difficult to have to do it. But when it comes to Richard, I will be like, where are you? Are you? I will go there and I will wait for him. He's worth it. Yeah, you've seen the work he can do.
I saw the pictures that
he does.
Came out of Secret Con at Magna.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, it looked so good, especially 40k.
His
industrial look works so well.
His work is stunning.
I got told by some of the Mitsuko, Kaylee, or Kylie. I think I just called her the wrong name. Anyway, Mitsuko said that it's fantastic, but I couldn't take the Marine there.
That's the problem.
Because
It's the size as well.
It's size and level flooring.
Yeah. I mean, I can do slight inclines. I can do things like that. Like, obviously, you didn't come down the ramp at MCM.
Yeah, I can do that, but not when I've already been in the armour for so long.
There's a limited... Well, because you are on stilts, obviously, and trust me, as somebody who wore stilts, I understand.
I've done that ramp before, but the ramp for MCM, it goes so far around the building, and it narrows at the end.
Yes, it does.
So if anyone's coming the other way, they can't get past you.
I can go down so much easier than coming back up.
Yeah.
Up is a bit of a bugger, but with the new platforms I'm building now, I should be able to walk up ramps a little bit easier.
Yeah.
It's still going to be difficult. It's never going to be easy because we're physically extending our bodies to make ourselves taller. It's always going to be difficult.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to round up here now with the question, and this question I ask all my cosplay friends and everyone who comes on stream. They all get asked this question, and I always try and leave it till last. I always try to. Sometimes I'll put it in the middle. Try and leave it till last. The question I like to ask, and I want your most honest opinion. I've had so many. I've had funny answers, straight answers, serious answers, quite emotional answers. I've had a lot of different ones over the years. But what I would like to know from you, Corax, is what is cosplay to you?
It's an escape. To put it simply, it is an escape, and it allows me to do things that I wouldn't do as myself.
That I like. That's such a straight answer.
Expand on that. Basically, I can go to a convention dressed in this armor, and I can walk around that convention, and I can be the center of attention.
Yeah.
Until recently, doing this would have been out of the question. I wouldn't have done this.
Oh, or doing a stream?
Yeah,
really?
I wouldn't be in front of people. I wouldn't be.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't know about that until now. I don't think I
did. To put it very, very bluntly, my opinion of myself is rock bottom.
See,
this is where it stems from.
We're still on 20 viewers, so it's just you might want to start thinking a little bit more now.
However, when I'm in the armor, people are not looking at me; they're looking at my work.
Yeah. But they also want to speak to the person inside who did it.
Yeah,
I'm
starting to get there with that.
Good.
But
we need to get you doing a panel at a Comic-Con. That's what we need.
I did want a local
not MCM, like a smaller one first to start you off.
But as I say, it's helped with mental health.
Good.
I have mental health issues.
Of course, we all do. Yeah, genuinely. I don't think there's anyone in chat who can say otherwise.
But I do find that cosplay and mental health go hand in hand, not in a derogatory way.
No, I get
but
it.
in ways people cope with it and are able to then talk about it and talk to other people with similar interests and maybe similar conditions and work things through. Like, this was an outlet for me for so long when I was in dark times.
Yeah.
Like, it was one thing that was a steady option for me, and it was always there to look forward to. Like, I could go and see my friends I'd made in conventions. I could go out and have people look at this and, like, I could see the smiles and make other people's day that little bit better, if you know what I mean.
Trust me, I know what you mean when it comes to wearing a Space Marine suit and making people smile.
And it gave me that little bit of value and ability to continue.
That's awesome. See, that's what I love about that question. And I like to give people as much time as they need to just get that answer out and just let people know how they feel and what cosplay is to them. And that's what I want. That's what I've always wanted. We have no more questions from the chat. I've actually gone through everything, which is awesome. It is 8:10. It's absolutely awesome. We've been 2 hours just
doesn't feel
like
it
that. It doesn't, does it? We did over 2.5 hours with the boys the other night, and they were like, "What the hell?" It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Can I just say a massive thank you to everyone in chat? Can I say thank you to everyone who has come here to help donate and everything like that? We've got the Pengler, who became a new member as a cannon fodder. Thanks so much, Chris, for the 100 knock. And thank you so much to Hazard 4 Eyes for the 199. Time is scary. Seriously, you guys have been absolutely fantastic. I am going to try my best to improve the stream a little bit. I want to try and make sure I'm going to probably make the alerts for subscribers a bit longer. And see if I can just increase the text size or something so that I can see a bit better from a distance, because we're quite far away right now, if you guys don't know. But obviously when I'm next to the PC, I can see, and it's much, much better. Six Musings, questions, what are your dinner plans? I'm going to have some food, and then I'm probably going to go for a shower and then bed. What about you?
I'm going to be driving.
Yeah, I know you are. I feel really bad.
No, don't.
But can I just say thank you so much to everyone who has come to see Corax tonight, everyone who has come to hang out, chill, and just, listen to the awesome stuff that this man has to say, all the stories and all the wisdom about sharpening stones.
And I mean, I've not been doing this as long as most.
No, listen, you might not be doing this long as most, but you damn well have got a lot of time under your belt in your Space Marine, and it's absolutely awesome. Can I just say again, thank you to everyone who has joined us tonight. One more thing, can I just say, if there's anything you need cosplay-wise, if you're at a con or anything like that, let me know, because I'm going to be coming to MCM. You're going to be there. One day I will return to MCM in the Iron Warrior, and we can stomp around together. It'll be a good laugh.
Yeah, and I can also say that if I'm there at any convention that anyone's at, if I'm there with the stall, or even just you see my armor on stand, if you need something, come and grab me.
Yeah.
Because I often have, or my wife has, stashes of drinks and supplies that people need to get through a long con weekend, and we understand. So if you need help, just give us a shout. And that goes to you, as always.
I love you, man. Thank you so much. So, seriously, thank you all for coming. This has been episode 2 of the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A Season 5. It's alive! And I absolutely can't get over how amazing this has been going. Again, my guests don't get to know who's coming next, and neither do you until I post who is up next. And my next guest I'm very excited for. Just like I am with everybody else, I have also possibly 2 more guests joining. I need to speak to them and sort some stuff out. We'll see how things go. But from me, Iron Warrior Cosplay, and my amazing guest, Corax, thank you so much for coming all this way.
Thank you for inviting me.
And I not a problem. Honestly, it's not a problem. And thank you, wife. There you go.
Yes, the amazing wife.
Honestly, you have been a legend, and I know it's been freezing cold in here, and it's raining outside, and you've had to drive so far, and you've got another, 5 hours to drive?
Yeah, 5.5.
So you're going to be home late. Make sure you stop plenty, and give me 3 rings when you get in. That's what I want. I want my friends to tell me when they're back in.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you so much for coming. I've been Iron Warrior Cosplay. He has been Corax. If you could post the link one more time in chat, Ranger of Krieg. If you guys haven't already, please follow my guest if you haven't already, because what I love about it is they check their phones after the stream and they're like, oh look, I got a bunch more followers, and it makes me so happy. So thank you once again. I've been Iron Warrior Cosplay. He has been Corax. We shall see you all again on episode 3 of the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A. Bye for now. This has been so much fun.